All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. It is Wednesday today, July 29th, 2026, and this is We Grow Wednesday. Give myself some fresh ice water here. Oh, yeah. Get your water. Oh, a little bit too much. It's okay. My feet needed cooled off. My feet needed a little cool off. Anyway, if you guys are watching this, you might be coming in. There's like one or two people here, but if you might be watching this on the replay. You check out the replay. Let me know what you think. Comment down below. Uh, while I get a paper towel for down below. We're going to play a little intro for about 4.5 minutes. Give me some time to hit the like button and share it out with some friends. If you could help us out with that, I do really appreciate it. We need all the help we can get. We'll be right back, guys. Let's grow. We've got a lot to talk about today.
Scrolling through the noise, stories hitting hard, cutting through the void. Big Uck pulling strings, poison in the feed. What they're selling us ain't what we need. Posting articles, lighting up the screen, common struggle shared, know what I mean. Time to wake up now, see the hidden game. We grow Wednesday, hey, stop and look around. We grow Wednesday, plant it in the ground. Grow our own, break the chains, rise up strong. Knowledge in our veins where we belong. We grow, yeah, we grow. Every soul gotta eat, fuel the fire inside. But the cause of twisting truth, trying to hide. Processed lies on shelves, stealing our health away. New tech coming fast, showing us a better way. Community talking, sharing what we find. Self-sustainable minds, leaving change behind. Digging in the dirt or digging for the truth. We grow Wednesday, hey, stop and look around. We grow Wednesday, plant it in the ground. Grow our own, break the chains, rise up strong. Knowledge in our veins where we belong. We grow, yeah, we grow. No more blind, no more fed their lies. Hands in the soil, fire in our eyes. From seed to strength, we're taking control. Empower the body, empower the soul. Wednesday rolls again, gather round the feet. Health and wellness news, planting every seed. Growing food ourselves, growing who we are. Better versions rise, shooting for the stars. Big Food's empire cracks. We won't bound time. We grow Wednesday. Hey, hey, stop it on Wednesday. We grow Wednesday. Hey, stop and look around.
Well, guys, it looks like another one of those days. Right now, I can't. We're not on Facebook. I tried to disconnect, reconnect. It says we're connected, but I don't find it. I don't see it.
Well,
Oh, there it goes. I reconnected it, and now, like the tail end of the intro is playing. So now
the tech is as fuzzy as I am today.
I'm hearing a little bit of an echo too. I'm not sure
Uh-oh.
what's going on here. Maybe my
I have not changed my settings.
no, I don't hear it now. It seemed to be maybe just settling in, I guess. Okay, we are on Facebook now. In case it
Hi,
matters, we already
everybody.
have. I mean, we already have 15 people on Rumble. Like, really, does it matter? We have a few people that can
Yeah.
only watch on Facebook. Mike Driscoll is in Facebook. He just signed up for Rumble. So, Mike, I'm going to send you the link here in a minute. I have to get all the shares out on Facebook real quick while we get going here. Hey, everybody! It's Wednesday. We Grow Wednesday. The hump might be a little bit harder to get over this week, but it is what it is. We got to get through it. We got to get to the weekend, and then work on the weekend too, right? So you weren't feeling so well today, right? You were telling me that not feeling well.
It's been rough. I got back from the trip on a Monday, like middle of the night. So we had a broadcast right after the trip, and I thought I was okay. But the next day, something felt off. So apparently on my trip, I picked up whatever flu's going around, and
Hmm.
they're kind of saying, like, I know someone who works in a hospital. She said we think it's a new strain. I said that tracks because this was weird, but everybody else who has it is way more sick than me, and I'm still gonna go back to crediting the carnivore switch because
Yeah,
it's the only thing I've majorly changed,
your
and
your
I hadn't
system
had a
isn't bogged
snowball in
down
so
by
long.
all the stuff people eat.
Yeah, no, like preservatives, seed oils,
All the
glyphosate,
above. Yeah.
sugar, gone. Yeah, so I felt wretched, to be clear, but my friends who were curled up with fever, chills, and vomiting had it way worse. I just felt like everything hurt, and I just felt like it's hard to describe it, like pressure, just like something wrong. So by that night, um, I was a wreck, and I can't remember if it was all day Thursday or all day Friday, just curled up in bed. And what is happening?
I am
um,
fixing our screen here.
so that set off. It's all good.
I should
That set
use
off a
studio
number of
mode. I just
issues,
don't.
not among the least of which is, oh my god, I know. First time I've had a flare with my back in 4 years, I guess. I've been
Really?
off the pain medication for 4 years, free of back pain for over 3 years, so about 4 years. And this is that piriformis syndrome I've talked about, those muscles that bend this direction. And what can happen is if your pelvic tilt isn't quite right, like you've got anterior, like sway back, which I can end up with if I'm not thinking about it,
Interior
then those
sway back.
muscles clamp down and they crush they crush the sciatic nerve, and it's incapacitating. It's I couldn't believe it. Like, this is the worst pain I've had in 4 years. Like I was like, what is happening? Um,
Sciatica.
I
That was
got
the
through it,
classic
but
line.
yeah, but I learned a lot about myself. I learned a hell of a lot about myself because it just figures, like the universe lines up tests, right? Those two
Sure.
days, like my mentor was not
Makes you
checking
stronger,
DMs
right?
because he's got family,
Mm.
you know, like he's got family visiting, and so like I didn't have him to talk to, and I'm like I'm sending him DMs. I'm laying in bed going slowly losing my mind. It was that much pain. I was like, I'm dying.
Should have taken some. Did you try a gummy? I don't know if that would
So,
have helped or
the
not.
question becomes, yeah, so yeah, that this is the thing. The question becomes, how do we approach it? And this is where I say I learned a lot about myself because I committed to not taking the opioids again unless there's true damage, which means severe injury, surgery, right? If you've been cut open, this makes sense. But that's not what this was. It just hurt a hell of a lot. And it's some of the worst pain I've been through, not the worst. But it was enough that when I went into that bag for the muscle relaxer, I looked at that bottle of hydrocodone and went, there's
Yeah,
that
it's okay.
thought. And I went, no, this is not that. Yeah. So the gummies weren't quite handling it, especially not for me to stay functional. Because, if I get enough in my system, I'm just bleh. And so I finally decided, okay, we're going to have to look at a different modality here because I know this works, but it's not working the way that I need it to. So I need to explore something else here. And I went right back to the dispensary and said, talk to me about vape pens. I was like, we need to do something different here. So, yeah, I found the right combination to knock the
Nice.
pain down sufficiently and get those muscles to unclench. Because once they start, they don't stop. They just tie in a knot and there'll be some position that triggers it. Usually it's standing. In this flare, it was lying down. And let me tell you, that's worse than not being able to walk because I could not sleep. Imagine every time you
Hmm.
lay down, you're in agony. You stand up and you're okay. How sustainable is that?
It's not fun. I mean, I had a slight, maybe similar situation, not the same medical situation, but I had sinus surgery and laying down trying to sleep, and
Oh,
just like for those just while that was healing up, and I had these tubes in there, and just,
did you have
oh,
to sleep like kind of uprightish?
I don't even remember. I think I blacked it
Oh.
all out of my mind. No, I think I definitely had certain ways that I could sleep easier. It was like 3 weeks. It wasn't the
Shoulder
longest.
surgeries, they want you to sleep kind of mostly upright because they don't want you to roll over and crush your shoulder. Because having done it once, that freaking hurts
Oof.
after a shoulder
Yeah.
surgery. So I had to prop myself with pillows.
It's so hard for me to sleep on my back.
Yeah, I can't do it.
That's like the best way to sleep, I guess. I don't know.
I'm a side sleeper
Me
because of
too.
my back.
Comment below, guys. First of all, what's up, everybody in the chat? Guys, hit the like button, share it out with some friends. Really appreciate it. Hit the repost on Rumble. Bring it in. I'm going to look at the chat in a second. I'm still sharing it out a little bit because Facebook wasn't connecting for some reason. Um, but I do appreciate all the help I see. You will need to put in the chat hashtag door prize, but I'm not there yet. So if you already did, I may have to comment again. So I'm doing something a little different now, Tala, where the door prize is. I don't just put everybody on it for commenting because I'm trying to like
Right.
concentrate, make sure people are hearing me speak also, and that they actually want it on the wheel. You know what I mean? Some people will pop in without even having the volume on. Hey, hashtag WTIF, and on about their day, and that's fine. But I just want to kind of differentiate from the people who know what's
Totally
happening
get
with
it.
the prize and stuff. Yeah.
You know,
Uh,
it's worth mentioning this again because we had a show a while back where we talked about the stigma. And I mean, I want to say again that people like you who have been very vocal have helped, in my opinion, knock down the stigma. Not with everyone. Okay. We
mm,
get that there's people who are just, I used to be one of them until I became catastrophically ill and realized this is not sustainable with the medical system. Like, I needed better answers and I had to open my mind about it. So, for people who are hearing what is being said, who need to hear it, people like me coming into this later in life, what you do to knock down stigma is extremely important because if I didn't know anybody who successfully was treating pain in a healthier, natural way as we're doing now. We're being careful how we say this stuff. If I didn't know anybody, I wouldn't have been open to it. Like, that would scare me because I was raised completely different. I needed to have friends who were already using it, to feel comfortable with it. So that's, for someone like me, really life changing, because where would I be? I'd still be taking opioid meds for weeks on end every time this
Mm.
happened, maybe longer. And we know the damage it does. There's no mystery. Yeah.
So I appreciate that. Thank you. But I will say this: one of the most important things that I think that I do while advocating or reducing stigma is not shying away from the downsides of things. Do not
Yeah.
I try not to paint something with such a picture of perfection that it's just
Yeah.
obviously too over the top that some people do. Some people are just so,
Nothing is perfect. Yeah.
yeah, like I totally get that we haven't fully sussed out all of its benefits yet. I mean, looking in all cancer research and stuff like that. And so I totally just like I do see it as a huge potential on top of all the value it brings now. But I
Right.
still try to keep an even keel when I talk about it because people out there, they automatically tune you out as soon as you go, oh, it's such a miracle, it's going to cure everything, it's for everyone should have it, just all these kind of
My
grandiose,
opinion, it's just better.
much
You know.
better for a lot of things. And I would say, I always say, is it better to maybe not be inhaling it? Yes. Is it better to maybe not have to use it at all? Sure.
Yeah, that'd be great.
um, that's great too. But I mean, I think people just need to know there's a good,
Yeah.
I think, an alternative to all of this insanity between opioids and alcohol. I don't know. I don't know which one's worse,
Well,
but they're both very bad.
you know how many people self-medicate pain with alcohol, and that's a terrible choice. You know? I mean, we
Yep.
definitely know the damage alcohol does. And you know what? My experience with this was, while I was digging through trying to figure out how do I knock this down without over medicating, because I've hauled it out of my system, no opioids, no aspirin, no acetaminophen, none of that. I stumbled across a med that I used to take that I forgot about. The over the counter, it's called Percogesic. It's magnesium salicylate. So in other words, magnesium and aspirin. However, it's extremely effective for back pain specifically. It's a great formula, but it's a whopping dose of salicylate, aspirin. And I didn't realize, now having it all out of my system for so long, I'm actually sensitive to salicylates, and I
Mm,
get tinnitus with the full dose of 2 pills.
weird.
And by the second or third day I woke up, I'm all,
Huh? Like trying to pop your ear.
yeah, it was like
uh,
I feel underwater, I'm muffled. I couldn't hear clearly.
so
I was like, "Okay, we're done."
Diane says she has like a sand ball that she uses to lay on her sciatica.
I did
A
everything.
sand ball? That sounds interesting.
Probably for pressure
Um,
points. Yeah.
Mike, come on over to Rumble, brother. Was that you commenting earlier? There was a name I didn't recognize. Um,
But
so
yeah, I
you,
mean, look, it's an over-the-counter med. You think, "Oh, this is safe," because we're told aspirin is pretty safe. And look what it did to me. It took a full day before my hearing cleared up and the crickets went away and I could, it was a
right?
nightmare. So at that point, I was like, "Yeah, we're not
Cheers,
taking
everybody.
that anymore."
So you missed it. I didn't have the audio shared in yet. Um, Margaret, hit her with it again. It worked, by the way, Margaret. Margaret seems to be good at breaking the chat bot, but I don't think we had it going last week, so this will be fun. Give me one more time, Margaret, while I see. I don't know how much pop culture that Miss Tala's gonna catch from it, but let's see
That's if
how
I can
long
hear
the
whatever it is.
delay is. Right. Well, that's true. I'd like to
You
think
never
we
know.
can. Kyle, what's up? Come on over to Rumble. Let's go. Yes, pressure points. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Hmm. I did all that. It, this particular condition, piriformis syndrome, is stubborn, and for me, especially stubborn. It's what set off 2006
Jim
when I
Bob
couldn't
Palmer
walk for a
says,
year. It's what
"Hi,
started that.
Tala."
Hi.
That's fun. Okay.
Margaret Jet
That's cute.
77 says, "Savage, not average."
You recognize that one?
Yes. I feel like I earned that tagline this last week.
Oh yeah.
Because the bottom line is, I looked at the hydrocodone even that last time when I was like, thinking about it, and I went,
Hmm.
no, no.
Don't
Four
do that.
years of consistency is not going out like that.
Right.
So I'm proud of myself. I got through
Well,
it without that.
congrats.
I didn't
I'm
get
proud of
through
you
it
too.
without my stuff from the dispensary,
Hey,
but that's what it's there for.
I mean, it's the most natural option I think there is,
Yeah.
other than someone just.
And I'm a lot better today, so it works. Huh.
Did you get a little and did you get a little loopy, or did you get a little did you have a little
A little
snack,
bit,
extra snack maybe, a little munchy munch, or yeah?
a couple times. No, just that point where you go, oh, wow, okay,
Ah,
yeah, that's
yes.
better.
And then in my head it goes, "Hello, darkness, my old friend." Oh, I'm like, "Yes, my friend, you're back. You're here."
I don't know if I
It's
ever showed
terrible.
you the video back when I first started using the gummies. They didn't have my brand one day. I said, okay, what else you got? Similar dose, right? Not knowing in that early stage that the dose is really dependent on the brand and it's not going to be comparable. And I
Yeah,
was just using Kana. Kana's very mild because I'm a lightweight.
I don't
And
know that brand,
it was
Kana.
it's called Hiatus. They're sour gummies. Well, let me tell you that brand is a lot stronger.
Hmm.
And even though I only had a little like part of one, there's a video
Now
of me
you kind of
with my
start to
knit
understand
cap,
the
and
people
I pulled it
who
down over my eyes. I'm all, dear God, I cannot take these if I'm going to stay with my mom.
all right, like lay off the stronger ones. Well, that's the thing though with people that get disappointed with going to the dispensary, or even disappointed like getting it from a farmer or whatever. But it's like you realize there's so many strains, and they so like almost like there's without a doubt some that will react to your liking, and some that will not do whatever it is you're looking for, no matter
Yeah.
you name it,
Some
whatever
of
it
them are
is.
too harsh for me. It's like once it hits my system, I'm like, I feel completely dysfunctional and I stay that way for a while and then it wears off. I'm like, that didn't do what I wanted. I really want to alleviate the pain and stay functional. So I've learned there's some brands just don't even strain certain brands. No.
Yeah, I'm more of a sativa person, and that's actually harder to get, in my opinion, because it takes longer, and a lot of people don't. Actually, no.
Because indica
It,
flattens
it's
me.
it, just I'll just leave it at this because in my head I can't keep the processes straight, but I can tell you that the sativa is less ideal of or it's just not as fun to grow, or not easy to grow. There's something about it
Interesting.
that's more either more work. Somebody tell me in the comments. I'm sure you guys can
I
give me
do
the
okay with
difference.
hybrid,
It just like
but
either takes
straight up
longer or.
indica,
Mhm.
yeah.
And I think the other issue is that some people don't feel as affected by sativa because they are expecting some kind of smack you in the face. I need to lay down on the couch and melt into the walls. Like I don't necessarily need that. Like I'm like let me function about my day. Um,
My
but
friend Zach has a very high tolerance, and he would straight up look at what I use and go, "Yeah, that's not gonna do it." He gets the
Nah,
high powered stuff.
or like an alcoholic looking at your wine coolers and going, "Nah, I'm good." You know, it's little weak wine coolers. Uh, to grow
It's near
sativa,
beer.
it does take long. Okay, I thought I was misspeaking there, Margaret. Thank you very much. It does take longer to grow.
Okay.
So it's just like, who wants to? So then you might have to charge more if in the long run, if you have to grow so much
Right.
longer. So that sucks. I kind of like sativa. So are you
Well,
ready for this? Oh, go ahead.
yeah, I was just gonna say the good news is, it works for me. Um, it gives me a backup option. If something happens suddenly, then I'm not waiting an hour for a gummy to hit my system.
Hmm.
So I have choices now, and I learned, like I said, I learned a lot about myself. Like I am able to still say, no, I'm going to stay on track with this, and I
Hmm.
couldn't answer that question until I had severe pain again.
So you're faced
So
with that choice. Yeah.
yeah, so I'm not even mad about it.
Nice. Well, you seem like you're in good spirits. Maybe it has a little bit longer lasting effect than just the actual psychoactive.
It's because I
That's
feel
what.
better.
Well, I mean, people don't realize that there's so many benefits with cannabinoids and hemp and things that are not anything to do with the physical difference that you feel or the euphoria or the psychoactive effects, because a lot of people will take medicine, and you know what, I'm guilty of this. I used to not take medicine, uh, different like pain medicine or like headache medicine, because I didn't feel like it was doing anything.
Right.
Sometimes it just seems like they're just giving you a placebo or whatever.
Some
Um,
of them are. And some of them
yeah.
end up being that because maybe it's not the exact right thing for your chemistry, but they just go
Hmm.
by the book. This is what we should do.
Right. What up, Kyle? Come on over to Rumble. Let's see some more reposts on the Rumble. Let's go,
Hey,
Rumblers.
why is everybody talking about the vaccine so much this morning?
So I have this, yeah, this video or this first post here actually was reposted by Apothecary. She was like attention, or an action item basically. So I didn't really even read it, but I guess this is being shared from React 19 official, whatever that means. I guess that's the organization trying to get people compensation. The Vaccine Injury Compensation Modernization Act, HR 9672, is the result of years of advocacy by patients, families, attorneys, healthcare professionals, and lawmakers who refused to let the vaccine injured be forgotten. So there's like some opinion in here, but what I want to know is the facts, because I may agree with the opinion, but I'm looking for something, some truth here. Now this bipartisan bill, okay, needs public support to move forward. Bipartisan bill. Here's how you can help. You can call your representative and ask them to support HR 9672. Learn how to find and contact your elected officials. Send a pre-written email through your action network. So
Hmm.
if it's a bipartisan bill,
The trial to okay, that's why, Rose. Yeah.
why is
Okay.
it that why is it that they need us to call our representative if it's a bipartisan bill?
Yeah, I
Doesn't
don't even know.
bipartisan bill mean that they have support from both sides already? Because you
It
can't like
should.
assume. You can say that it's a bill that should be bipartisan, but I don't know if that you can say it's a bipartisan bill
Plus,
if you
I
don't
never know
already
what I'm
have.
supposed to do when they say this.
Yeah, like contact
Call
them and
who
tell
and
them
say
what.
what?
Well, it does say here learn how to contact your elected officials, but it's like call your official and ask them to support the bill. Right here, it just says right here, ask, please support HR 9672. That's all. Thank you.
I
Bye.
guess I want to know. Does it make a difference? I don't know. I mean, I don't claim to be all
If
that
you flood the
educated on
office, I
systems.
could see that. Yeah, like stuff that really moves people, like stuff that really gets people going to that extreme. Those they cave. Those representatives, they don't, and it's usually not them at the office. Obviously, you're getting like a voicemail or people that happen to work there that might answer it. I
See,
don't
I
think they
was
even answer it anymore.
I was taught old school. I was taught that petitions, like a sheet of signatures, did not help. You wanted a stack of letters, physical letters. And so all this stuff being done online and by phone call, I don't know if it has the same impact or not.
Hmm. Oh, we got a little contention in the chat here. So you haven't heard that sativa takes longer to grow? I wasn't sure, but it's not that much difference, I guess. So Margaret says 10 to 12 weeks to finish. Sativa takes 16 weeks to finish. So another month longer. Yeah, that's enough for people to not want to do it. That's for
Significant
sure.
enough.
Yeah. And I mean, and this is significant too that this is happening. The Vaccine Injury Compensation Modernization Act, if it gets passed anyway. And then this is the meme, or what would you call this? Like the flyer, I guess, or the it's not a meme.
Yeah.
A Better Chance Act compensation, new bipartisan bill. Why are they calling it that? Today is the culmination of years of relentless advocacy by people who refuse to let their injuries be ignored. So this is
I
big.
follow someone
Go ahead.
on X who just had a treatment done, I think in Mexico or Japan, I don't know. Maybe Japan,
Geppetto.
out of
Oh,
the
sorry.
country
Yeah.
to recover from vaccine injury. Probably Japan.
Interesting. What was the procedure?
I'm not sure.
Like
Infusions and stuff, I guess.
needles and leeches? Just like they've got the special.
No, that was the vaccine.
Hey, hey, McDrisk, what's going on?
But she
Yes,
had pretty
cheers.
severe injuries, so she finally went, and she's facilitating other people who are vaccine injured from this to get there and get the treatment. People who need it, she's helping with that.
Mm,
Amazing work.
that's
Yeah.
it's good that there's somewhere to be. Like that's why I like to listen to and how do I put this? I could be just blunt about it, like rich people talking. When you listen to Joe Rogan talking to his buddies on his show about what they can just go fly down and pop down over here and get this and do that, and it might be a little off-putting or annoying or frustrating or all these things, right? But it also there's a little bit of hope in there because you're hearing about these things that are happening, that are being done, that are possible. Whether or not it's something that you have to have a lot of money to do is another story altogether. But just to kind of know that there are these procedures happening and stuff. And for one thing, stem cells is a big thing. I listen to him talk about whenever he talks about stem cells. I'm like, I'm interested, but he actually gets those done in Austin. I think there's a place. So I
Hmm.
don't even think that's even that, like he's not traveling some exotic location. But what I mean is, like, I think he's popularizing some of these things, and that's just him as a one example that is now getting some of this stuff brought to America by sheer like popularization of stuff.
Right.
You get enough rich people importing a thing, then you end up with a bill that ends up somehow being passed all of a sudden because there are people that actually care, or that have the money to put behind it. I don't know. Maybe that's off a little bit, but I think that's what I see. It's kind of like back in my day when their first big screen TV came out. Tala, that thing was huge. It was like this wide, you guys, and that's not the screen. That's looking at it from the
When we were
side.
kids, we were the remote.
Yeah, but no, like, but when
Change the
big screen
channel.
TVs came out, they were super expensive, and then
Yeah.
it's
The
like
projection ones, yeah.
yeah, well, then rich people buy these things enough that they end up coming out with cheaper and cheaper versions of
Yep.
them, and now you can get an enormous TV for
So
nothing.
the
Cool Frog,
girl
what's
is
up, brother?
Lindsay RN. It's spelled Lyndsey. Her at is House Lindsay RN. And yeah, it's the
In Japan?
McCairn protocol in Japan.
McCarran. McCarran
McCairn. It's
protocol.
like MC and then a capital CAIRN. And she's saying that she's gotten good results, that she's doing better. Having looked at where she was at, like how it affected her right after she had the vaccine, I would say she's doing a lot better. 'Cause Like she
Mm,
lost hair and all kinds of stuff. It was bad. It just like I look at that and I think, well, you know, she survived it. She's one of the lucky ones because I actually lost people to the vaccine.
hmm.
Probably most of us did. So
Um, I can't, honestly, for me, just speaking for me, I didn't know anyone with bad COVID or vaccine injury either. I didn't really have a dog in any of it. Any of that
wow,
fight, but
yeah,
uh, I did pay a lot of attention to everything going on, of course.
I lost people to both the vaccine and the virus. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that puts things in perspective when you see both sides, right?
yeah,
But either way, this is a positive thing for those of you that are injured now. This isn't really to say anything about some nefarious, you know, issues with the vaccine, whether or not you think it was helpful or not. It doesn't really. This isn't really a political sort of
it
statement. It's
happened.
really, yeah. It's like
It
It's
just it
people
happened.
that it happened to, and or has affected in a health way. Then yeah, then you can go and
Yeah.
maybe get involved. So there's some hope in there. I think I got everybody on the door prize who's commented with the hashtag door prize, but make sure you do that if you want to get on the wheel. Put it back away. All right, so that
Oh,
was the only thing I
darling.
actually saved on X this week, which was interesting. But I did
Yeah.
find a lot of fun things on the Foos book. I'll tell you that. I know, it's Cool Frog's favorite place. But I tell you what, I told him, I don't know if you popped out last time when I was talking about it. I said, one thing that Facebook has that I can't find anywhere else, you tell me, you show me a place where I can find it, um, is this events tab. Like, I can't, so, so if I'm trying to find local things to do in my area, you can look at dates like this weekend. I did it yesterday. I do it on Tuesday sometimes to see what upcoming things are going on. And I found at least two or three events that I thought, oh, my son and I that would be fun. My because I have my son this weekend. Like here, we got
Oh
East
yeah.
Peoria Farmers Market at 4 p.m. Like I'm interested in that. That's an evening farmers market. And I would have never known like when and where farmers markets are without some of these. So it's a pretty decent resource, to be honest, for people, especially people that are trying to get out and find out what's going on around you. Like it's not all there's a ton of like bars with bands, like oh they're playing here. There's a ton of that, but then there's tons of other kind of things. Like there's all sorts of shops and like here Peoria Riverfront Market
I follow a
sign
few accounts
plus
on Instagram that are like local to my region, and they just share all different kinds of things. But that's a matter of finding an account that does that.
right. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, that's cool, and I do actually you can do this on X too, the bookmarking of stuff, but
Yeah.
so I got a lot of stuff on this list, and we talked about the plantar fasciitis last time like the AI video, right? Didn't we look at that like the AI video of the plantar fasciitis
I think
guy, and we
so.
did the in the commercial with the junk food. I know we looked at that, but this one I don't think we did, and I didn't put this in the title because it's not necessarily. Oh no, we did the strawberries. We talked about the
Yeah.
California strawberries where they have to kill the soil or they just poison the soil. This is one that I didn't put in the title because it's just a video of this really cool farm in like some other country that I don't think I don't think the title was very clear, but I thought it was cool. Okay, we can't play the music because we're on Facebook. If we just left Facebook alone, we could. But he has sort of a symbiotic thing going on. He's got the crawfish. He's got his garden going on. It's all just like doing what he can with what he's got. And I don't know how you cultivate those guys, crawfish. I'm not a
I love
fan.
crawfish.
The goal is simple to grow your own food, right? I had to play it one more time because
I
I didn't
almost
know
feel
if it.
like having your own like little pond with crawfish would be even better. Like I know some people do um tilapia, like if they've got an
Mm,
earth ship and but I just don't eat tilapia and not only because what's on the market shelf comes from places like Asia where they're feeding them trash. Really,
Hmm.
we know tilapia is not a healthy choice.
Yeah,
But
it's a
even if you're doing it at
dirty
home,
fish.
yeah, I don't know. I just don't think tilapia is a great choice. Now, it could be argued that crawfish is a scavenger as well. They filter stuff, but um, for me personally, like crawfish is a traditional food. My tribe subsisted off of crawfish along with a lot of other things. So for whatever reason, it agrees with my system. In the past, when I've eaten tilapia, I didn't feel like it really agreed with me. So your mileage may vary.
Right. It's a dirtier fish, kind of like a catfish.
Yeah. And my tribe would eat catfish, but I mean, we're talking about river cats that are like
Hmm.
5, 6 feet long out of the Arkansas River.
Do you know anything about the Met
I
Gala?
don't know what that is in stores.
Talking about,
Yeah,
speaking of
that one is,
trash, the Met Gala.
yeah.
Yeah. Uh, Codfish. MK Drisk. Hey, thanks for the follow. By the way, you were number 730 on Rumble.
Cod is
Cheers.
okay.
Cod. I can't think of what the difference
I
is,
don't,
but I tell you, I like a good walleye. That's pretty good.
yeah.
Um,
You know what? It's enormously popular that I cannot understand to save my life because I just do not like it is mahi mahi. I don't like it.
is it cheap? That might be why it's
No,
popular. Okay. I don't know.
it's not.
Mahi
That's the
mahi. That's
thing.
Hawaiian, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I kept thinking Maui Wowie, but that's a little different thing. Different.
You know,
So
one time I stumbled across, this was back when we still had Big Lots. I think it was there. There's
big
a
lots.
package of like trail mix, like nuts and fruit, and it had pineapple, and they had actually decided to call it Maui Wowie Amal. I don't think that means what you think it means.
Yeah, like some kid, one of the some person who suggested it, it's like snickering. That'd be a good one.
CEO is 65 years old and has no clue.
Yeah. Okay, that sounds fine. Rhymes even. Uh, all right, let's check out the
Maybe
Met
more like
Gala.
75. I don't know.
This is very pertinent to the conversation. Can't think of another word. There was another word I was thinking of, but check this out.
Imported fetus earrings. I mean, where do we go from here? The Met Gala, man. I just remember when I used to go to stuff like that and used to care about dressing up, and I don't think I can ever do it again. I even mean the spirit of it.
What's the craziest outfit you ever wore?
I started doing stuff like turning up on red carpets, holding an egg up,
Holding
and
an
things
egg.
like that. Let's just do weird stuff so that people will just like speculate on it. Anyway, people now
Speculate.
go, "That was satanic." I remember watching my hair
The hair.
expanding around
Oh,
between
wow.
2004 and 2006. I was back combing and creating this booth.
That's a bit wild.
And I watched back this
A
video that I
booth.
did, comedy special, and I remember, like when you see wedding photos of if your parents got married in the 70s and 80s,
The
you
hair
think,
is
God, what were those
just
outfits
intense.
they were wearing then? I felt that about my own outfit the next day. Like I looked at it, I went, oh my God, what were you doing? I wonder if there is an unconscious force beneath such things, kind of indicating to us unintended truths. How do any of us deal
There's
with
some trash.
the charge of hypocrisy? Because say, like in one way, like the Met Ball or the Oscars or any of those kind of
They wear
big
some
cultural
weird-ass
festivals,
outfits at
them,
that
people will
place.
advocate for political ideas that are totally cool, actually, being compassionate and looking after the vulnerable. But when there is so much overt expenditure and so much indulgence
Cod's
and so much
not
luxury, it
fishy.
seems ridiculous.
Okay.
But then I think, oh, well, you've not given away everything you own to help people. You're still broken and fallen. Let me know, does that sort of lead?
Russell Brand. I'm
Well, the
not.
thing about quote
Uh,
unquote fishy is that's not fish, that's bacteria. So it's not fresh if it's fishy. That's why raw fish. No, you walk into a sushi restaurant, it smells fishy, leave.
I guess it depends on what you think is fishy, because there's definitely a bad fish smell, but then there's also like the smell of fish, which is I think
just
is.
just oceanic.
Hmm.
It needs to be fresh. And it's just the second it gets into what most people recognize, like canned tuna, that odor
Mm-hmm.
in a raw fish, no way. I'll walk out of a grocery store if I can smell their fish counter because it tells me
I
they
think I
didn't
see what you
clean it
mean.
properly.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, if they need to clean it properly, they may want this next invention here, because I want to show you guys something really special. that this guy put together. My new homemade washing machine. Okay, I
Oh
can't play
no.
much of that music, you guys, but you heard the Sanford and Son music was playing, and it's it's his new homemade washing machine. So even you two out there could have such an invention, and man, I mean, look, there's no
No, I'm thinking it'd just be
splash.
less effort to just wash it by hand.
There's no splash happening. The wheels all crooked, and the bike's all just like messed up.
Oh my god.
Very funny. But yeah, the I don't know if you could hear it, Tala, but everyone else could hear the Sanford and Son music for a little for like a good
Oh my
four
god.
seconds there.
I can hear it in my
Yeah.
head. I'm very much
It was
familiar.
down, 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 down. Light flaky goodness. Oh yeah. I'll have to order cod next time. You guys are making me think cod sounds pretty good.
I could make it sound terrible, but I won't be mean.
So you're not a cod fan, you said.
You want to know why?
Okay, let me hear it.
Okay, so we know that all fish can have parasites, but some of them seem more prone to it.
Mm,
And after seeing more than one incident where, so like, let's say if you buy something that's sashimi grade, which isn't really a thing, but it's just been handled correctly and
sashimi.
frozen and all that, they candle fish, to look, and they'll freeze it, flash freeze, that kills them off, that kind of thing. But with cod, if it's fresh and stuff, sometimes what happens is that package that lands on the shelf, you can visibly see those worms in the package.
Ooh.
And I'm like, okay, and it's literally called a codfish worm, as I understand it. So I don't know. I just have kind of misgivings.
Oh.
Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe that's a rarity, but it bothers me.
Rose said yummy. I'm gonna get some tomorrow. Making some Fico Rose. That's good
I'm very
stuff.
particular. And it sounds weird to say this after making mention of parasites, but I prefer my salmon raw. That doesn't mean I'm going to Stater Brothers to get raw salmon to eat raw. I'm very like I'm going to the Japanese market where I know it's been handled the right way for that.
Hmm.
know.
Sounds like
But
discrimination. Don't think people can
it
handle
is.
that fish right. All right. You're right.
I will discriminate when it comes to protecting myself.
Um, the sale ends today. I forget what this is about.
5 mistakes people make when buying ab stimulators. 1.
Can you hear this?
What?
Ab stimulators.
Buying
Oh,
ones with
okay.
gel pads.
Yeah, the
Stuck
E-stem
paying
stuff.
for replacements every month. 2. Not checking FDA clearance. Most aren't actually approved for muscle stimulation.
Most are
3.
not
Going
approved,
for
he
the
says.
cheapest option. Anything under $50
Cheapest
is
option.
cheap material that breaks fast. 4. Ignoring the technology type. Basic EMS only
I've got one
fuels
for pain
certain-
management with
Need an
leads.
MES to reach deep muscle. 5.
It'll
No
get your
money back
attention.
guarantee. If they won't stand behind it, there's a reason. If
Ah,
you avoid all
it
5,
says-
there's one worth looking at. The Next Gen Ultra. It's FDA cleared
The
with
Next
real
Gen
NMES
Ultra.
technology that actually
So some of them I've seen where some of them have gel pads that you stick on you, and I do think the
Yep.
ones that wrap around are probably going to be better.
Oh, the one I've got will get your attention, even with those stick-on pads. But like I said, it's for pain management. It'll trigger muscles. You'll feel it.
Well, what he said a second ago is there's different types of technologies. One of them stimulates the outside. The other one actually can get into that deep muscle, which I don't know how true these are, but there's enough of these that you definitely got to be careful. Anytime you see a gadget that might have some validity, but there's like 100 knockoffs of it, and you
Yeah.
don't know like which ones like actually work anymore. You
Red
don't know
light
which one was
therapy
the
is an
first one.
example. Like,
Yeah.
is it actually that red light that's therapeutic,
hmm
or is it just some random red LED that's
Or to your
colorful?
point, did it get blown out of proportion because of all these sales people who are trying to sell a knockoff of something that maybe does part like
Yeah.
a bit
You
of
got to
what
research
you
the
know? Yeah,
technology. Yeah.
yeah.
works deep muscle
See if he
tissue.
says anything
Uses
worth
medical
talking
grade
about.
Velcro straps instead of gel pads, so no replacements ever. In 20 minutes, you get 600 deep contractions. Same as
600 deep
3,000
contractions in
You'll be
20
sore
I
the
minutes.
don't
next
know
day.
that
Right now, it's
like,
49% off
do
with
we
a
have
60-day
evidence that
guarantee.
actually helps you build a muscle? That's my question. Because it's passive.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know whether it actually works like that
It's
or not. It
making
helps
your
with pain
muscles
management.
contract, and that's how
Yeah.
we build muscle, by using our muscles, right?
Yeah.
So it makes sense on the
But the
surface.
mechanism,
You're right.
you
Some
know,
codfish has worms, but not what we catch here. Okay. Same goes with Atlantic salmon. Okay. Well, that's Mikey.
Kaplan.
I'm sorry, Mike. I didn't recognize
Kaplan.
with your name.
I like the
I got
roe.
it. I got it now.
Tabiko and Masago. I prefer Tabiko though. That's flying fish roe.
Hey, I got
Yeah.
you, Kyle. Um, that was I've seen that. I keep seeing that invention. I don't think out of all the gadgets that I keep seeing come back, that's definitely not one of the first ones I'm planning to even think about getting. So all the feet ones that I keep seeing are the ones that I want. That's for sure. Hang on, let me get you on the wheel one more time, Kyle.
I've got one that's a mat that I was using when I had really bad plantar fasciitis, and you can feel it. Those are designed to interrupt the pain signal, so you feel it in the nerves. The mat is not too powerful, so it doesn't really
Mm.
tense muscles up. But the other one that I have that has the leads and the sticky pads, that will contract muscles.
Does it contract them for a long period of time? Maybe the difference, like these
It
other
has
machines, are
patterns.
like a. Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, it has patterns. So whatever pulse pattern works for you, it could be a long contraction or it could be a series of them or whatever,
Mm.
you know.
So speaking of gadgets and contractions,
Why doesn't anyone want
I already got you there, Rose. Thank you.
this? Why?
Sir, don't be so
Look, these AI videos, and then that I keep seeing these gadgets where they say we're closing down, we're closing shop, or whatever, and it's really just a play on words of some kind or whatever. Like, yeah, we shut it off every night at 5 o'clock, or But anyway, it, it's it's an interesting looking chair though. Check this out.
hard on yourself.
Get out of the way. Temu is running a massive sale to bring this
Temu,
recliner down
he
to the
says.
lowest price ever. Still nobody wants it? I
It's
might
like the
as well
massage
In the
chairs at the
rain.
mall.
The price is so low, people think there's a catch.
That's ridiculous. This recliner chair is a full-on spa. It's got this zero G mode that literally makes you feel
Yeah,
weightless,
it's like
you're
the ones at the
floating in
mall.
space.
Zero
The heat
G
therapy hits
mode.
deep into your muscles, and with the built-in speakers, your living room is basically a private
Speakers.
concert. You've got 96
live
massage
sitting
notes
there,
hitting every
like
spot from your head to your toes.
Maybe people just don't know how to get it.
It's easy. Just tap this video, download Temu, and grab this recliner chair at an unbeatable price.
That's funny. I
They're
mean,
good. They got an army of them. Jeez.
well, it's just an AI video, but yeah, like they're all sitting out in the rain and shit. Like,
Ready
what?
to ship.
Like, I wonder if people are calling like, but I don't want one of those sitting out in the rain, ma'am. That was just a commercial.
That's the
Yeah,
herd.
but that man was banging one with a hammer, ma'am. That was just AI. You mean these aren't even real? No, ma'am, they're real. But shit. Like, like this is.
Guarantee the one you get doesn't look that.
I'll
Yeah.
take two, Kyle says.
Be like half the size.
Why doesn't anyone want this?
Why doesn't anyone want this? Is the opening line he says. Why doesn't anyone want this? Like, well, that's not gonna make me want it. Okay, so this next one is actually just a fun video of this really cool survival dude that builds
Under
stuff.
my mom's greenhouse with a spoon. I dig one time for every follower. Today, we have 1 million followers. This equals 1 million spoon digs. Cool find.
A spoon. He's digging it out with a
Bone
spoon.
identified. Strange object spotted. Another bone.
This is insane.
Cool find.
First of all, you could have a cave-in really
Strange
easily.
detected. Cool find. Hidden object spotted. Let's dig them out. Historic find. Potential dangerous pipe. We'll leave it in place. Need to repair wooden support beams. Continuation of secret tunnel. Broken spoon. Reload. Hidden object detected. Let's dig it out. Unusual find.
That's the Timu shovel.
1.9 human eagles is the depth.
What is a human eagle?
he had an eagle mask on.
Okay.
So, but this is under his mom's greenhouse. Look, here you go. There's this eagle mask. Human eagle, 1.9 human eagles deep. So that means almost 2 of his height.
Right.
Hell yeah, Mikey, pump him up, brother. Hit that exclamation point in chat, exclamation point command, and yeah, shout people out. You can exclamation point SO space, then the person's name, and shout them out. Exclamation point hug. We'll hug everybody in the chat. Exclamation point follow. We'll tell everybody to follow and hit the like button. So do all the things. Go ahead, hit it. Do it. Have fun. And then, Tala, there's actually
his indoor swimming pool.
There's not a video I plan to watch, but I guess we could watch it. This is interesting. An indoor swimming pool into like a safari. First of all, though, I wanted to show you something before we went on. There are 149 now different voice actors that people can make their chats sound like.
On.
In our chat, in our Rumble chat.
Oh, wow.
That's why you could hear Phoebe and Mickey Mouse earlier. It's 117. Well, now it says 117 right here. 149 up here. I don't really get it, but yeah, over 100. Bugs Bunny, Batman, like the Simpsons, like a bunch of the South Park characters, like so many different, like a bunch of the Friends characters, Joey, Phoebe, Chandler Bing. It could be Chandler Bing. You can do. You know what? I haven't tried. I tried this the other day, but Margaret broke it. Sorry, Margaret.
Chandler Bong.
Oh yeah.
They slaughtered his name so bad in that show sometimes. There was one where I don't know if it was him getting mail that was wrong but Chandler Bong, I think is how they messed it up.
That was Donald Duck, everybody. All right. We're back to this cool video about and after this we'll do the number spin.
Into a massive fish rescue.
A fish rescue
you could understand
indoors.
How big these fish are. This thing is 12 feet deep, and he put rocks all around it. He's got a biological filtration happening, which I'll show you in just a moment. But look at these giants. These things, I guess you don't want to get too close, because I guess if they snap out of the water.
This puts my farm to shame, by the way.
But that's got to be 5 feet long, if you could see. That's 12
Those guys
feet
will
down
snap
there. So these things are enormous.
Out of the water, he said.
He's got the plants all circulating.
12 feet down, he said.
Filtration like this. The plants are all growing really well. Let me show you the other side of the place. What he's got going on.
That's aquaponics. That's ancient.
You can see here as we go by his other homemade fish tanks. We've got these other monstrous fish in here, guys. These are all freshwater, like super,
homemade fish tanks. He said,
kind of endangered. Some of them endangered, some of them not. Look at this Australian lungfish. Actually breathes water. Amazing. Yes.
Breathes water.
This one looks just like a dinosaur. These look like old dinosaurs.
That's what fish do.
Right here. But look at this. This is the filtration system for all the tanks. And so it all comes through.
The catfish can breathe out of water.
We've got this pothos, 3-foot long roots growing deep. This pothos is only 2 years old, and it's massive. It's all over the place. It's crawling everywhere because of the aquaculture that's happening here. So super cool.
Why do homeless Indonesian kids turn old Vespas into the
homeless Indonesian what? Vespas become road homes. Homeless people take old Vespas and turn them into homes. Okay, now going back to my list. Not squirreling off.
What is the temperature today?
Ooh,
it's hot. Up in here.
It's hot. Let's get
I need
to the
to.
number post here.
High's only going to be 98. It's because I'm drinking coffee, though. I always do that, but.
Chris is still cooking. All right, Chris, I got you at number 15. What kind of coffee? Just black coffee or what?
I got one that's called Focus. I can't remember who makes it. It's got lion's mane in it and some other
Focus with
things.
Mr. Bocus?
No.
That's a literal coffee brand.
No.
Coffee,
Focus is the
not
variety. I
brand,
can't
but
remember the brand.
it's not a brand. It's the variety of
It's like there's all these different ones, the Four Sigmata, and they've got Sigmatic or whatever.
Did
They've
you
got
say
the
Four Stigmata?
no Sigmatic.
Oh, snap! I was like,
They got
whoa.
lion's mane and different mushrooms in it. Lion's mane is one of the few that I trust. I've tested it. It does not cause me to flare. I do usually try to avoid reishi, shiitake, those, but lion's mane seems to help with mental clarity. So,
Hey, Alice. What?
oh man,
What? I just said, hey, Alice. Oh,
no
Stigmata. Yeah,
stigmatic,
yeah. Wow, man.
stigmata,
Whoa. This is fantastic.
sigmatic.
We jumped the shark, I think.
People just now tuning in. How high are there?
Lemon
What's the matter
Haze,
with you?
Chris. Listen, I'm not. Actually, I've been up since 5 a.m.
Yeah,
I
I
was
think I woke up
live.
about maybe 5 or 6, something like. I didn't get up right away because I do feel, like I got hit by a truck. I do feel like that. This was just it feels like I got hit by the truck more days ago now.
So I have something to tell you that I didn't tell you last week because I was holding it back for people in the boxes. A current events story about me kicking my carpet shampooer so hard it still hurts. It doesn't hurt
Ouch.
as bad, and I can move my toes both directions. I don't think it's broken. It could be stress fractured, but I literally was limping around on the day that last Wednesday. I was feeling it much worse, and I wanted to
Ugh.
tell you so bad, but I was like, I gotta hold it back, because we do a current
Oh my
events
god.
episode on people in the boxes, and so I needed a story that no one knew about. Anyway,
It's hard when you're like automatically chat about whatever's going on
sharing
and then
things, yeah.
you
Oh, that's a
like
hard one. Yeah,
I
that's
caught
definitely a hard
myself
one.
on something
Every month.
recently. I started to say something to someone and I went,
Oh,
wait a second. You're trying to learn not to do that. Slow down.
so Alice, let me get you one more time
And then
here.
people look at you weird because you stop mid sentence and you're like, nothing.
Oh, can't talk about it. So number one is our winner. I think that was Diane. If I'm not mistaken. Yes.
Yeah, in all but the hottest weather, I will stubbornly
Congrats.
still drink my hot coffee first thing in the day. It's just about to the point where I'm going to switch to making iced coffee.
Hey, that's nothing wrong with it. I feel like that. I wonder if iced black coffee. I mean, look, I've had iced black coffee. You just let it sit until it gets cold, and then your coffee's iced.
It
I
makes
feel
a
like
good
that.
smoothie. It does. And you can throw protein powder in
Smoothie?
or whatever. The problem is you can't do that with bulletproof because the point of
What
bulletproof is those fats. So you're putting
do
butter in it
you
and stuff. You
What do you mean a
blended it.
smoothie?
Yeah.
What are you talking
But
about?
butter will
Coffee?
solidify. Yeah.
A coffee smoothie?
Yeah. You've
What do
never
you
done that?
What do you put in there with it?
Well, if I were going to go all out, I'd use
Uh
the
huh.
cold brew coffee as the base. I don't use ice because I don't want to dilute. I want all my nutrients, so I use frozen fruit like
Mm-hmm.
avocado and blueberries.
Okay.
So I would use coffee, an unsweetened nut milk like almond or walnut.
Okay.
So it's a creamy coffee, and then add a chocolate flavored protein powder and some frozen fruit. And then if you want to add something else like green banana powder is good because you get resistant starches, if you're trying to keep the carbs low. You can add cacao powder if you have an unflavored protein powder. All kinds of stuff, yeah. But it's good.
Interesting. And then we go all together with coffee.
Protein, antioxidants,
Coffee, I guess, does have
caffeine,
pretty.
you know, you get a good lift from it. Yeah.
Wow. What do you guys out there tell us what you put in your coffee? What do you do? I used to drink when I would get things like such as drive-through food at like at Dunkin' Donuts. I would get a caramel crazed iced latte, and that shit was like, oh man, Tyler, that was like a sugar bomb straight to the face. And you're
It
just like,
makes me feel ill thinking
oh.
about it because I can't do that anymore. I can't, my body cannot handle
Yeah, I
it.
can't do that anymore either. But I mean, I do eat sugar, but not like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even the one pizza night that we had on the trip, I knew I was gonna feel it. It was like there was one night pizzas, another night beers, and I'm like,
Oh,
yeah,
I
I'm
bet.
gonna pay for this.
Oh yeah, you probably felt bloated and just couldn't move.
Interestingly enough, because I don't do that often, it wasn't too bad.
Oh, maybe
But
your
I
body
could
was like,
tell that,
okay,
it was like, yeah, I feel like I'm kind of retaining a little water maybe for a little bit the next day, but
just
wasn't too
absorbing
bad.
it all up. Um,
When I drank regularly, yeah, I would feel that because your blood sugar's constantly out of whack.
hmm
But it was one night, and I got up the next morning and was like, cool, la 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 la, go take a shower, and I was
Yeah,
okay.
you're probably right. I think your system maybe have been was clear enough that that it wasn't a bit as big of a problem. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's that buildup.
processed it. I drank a bunch of water. That's the
So
other thing. I
speaking
wasn't
of
dumb about
clearing,
it.
right. Speaking of clearing your system, this next one we've talked a lot about antiparasitics, but this says something about I don't think I watched it all. Mary Jane equals anti-worm. This sounds like one of those far-fetched people that are just like so advocating that man, it goes everything.
Good for everything. Yes.
Yeah, so let's see what he says if it will play.
Parasite.
What?
Mary Jane is anti-parasite. Cannabis is one of the best detoxifiers, and it helps to remove even these metals that are trapped in your liver. The healthy fats inside of this, the real cannabis, let me tell you,
The real
if you're
cannabis.
trying to heal your organs and
As
get rid of
opposed
these
to
things,
fake.
this is going to be one of the best options. Now, this is one reason why they did everything they could to kind of make this rather illegal. Remember, just because it's illegal doesn't mean it's unlawful. The Bible's very clear. The herbs
What?
are the only nations and the curse. It is not stereotyping against the cannabis. So why does Pastor Porkchop have so much, and the Christian church have so much against it? We got to understand that people are under mind control. They're being brainwashed. This also helps to prevent the brainwashing. And let me tell you, everybody who
Fair
Prevents
point.
brainwashing.
they didn't quit, these people are the realest people I've ever met in my life. But for the people who are like, oh, I can't consume it anymore, even though the herbs will heal the nation, it just changed. They get really
No, the
weird.
herbs
I'm
will
not
heal
hating
the
you.
nation.
Neither am I saying you need to do it, but you probably should consider it instead of using some of the other things that you're using, especially like the PILLS's. There's not one thing that those little white pills are better at healing compared to this thing that's natural. That's why they called it the devil's lettuce. So yeah, smoking might, if you do it too much, it's going to have a negative consequence. So eating it is going to be the overall best.
He admitted there might be some
So
negative consequence in
he
there.
is, he's on point on that. I will agree there, partly because even before I was using it medicinally, I had seen case studies. I knew of a girl who had lupus like me, a lot of pain, rheumatoid arthritis too, I think, who really fought hard for the right to use it this way and consume it, not like she was using it fresh rather than heated, okay?
hmm
So she was after the pure benefit for her painful conditions, um, not through numbing herself, but the actual
Right.
nutritional point. And
Profile,
she
yeah.
was very successful, and she was young. This is part of the reason why, there was a fight. Kind of like the reason we ended up with the Charlotte's Web strain. We know why that was
Oh
named
yeah.
Charlotte's Web. It was
hmm
for that little girl.
Hmm.
And so, like, this is something I could really get behind, even though I don't know. I can't say no. I don't know whether it has an anti-parasitic quality or not. I have
Those
no
are the
idea.
those are the things. Yeah, he said mind brainwashing, anti brainwashing, and anti parasitic. Those two
Yeah,
things I don't know that can be.
I
I'd
don't
have to do
know.
more research.
But there
But
are benefits, yeah.
but he is talking like the people I'm mentioning, like where he's just so over the top about it. But at least I'm
Yeah.
happy to see that he mentioned, he even begrudgingly was like, if you smoke too much, you can. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
okay. I mean, there are some downsides, and not everybody reacts well to even the edibles of it too, because edibles can make you
Yeah.
feel kind of nauseous
Oh, yeah, I
sometimes.
know people that can't use any like,
Hmm.
they've tried, like we were talking about, sativa works for me, works for you, right? There's some people that they react badly to sativa. You just never know.
Hmm.
And some people are flat
Paranoid.
allergic. My niece is allergic. She got
My
exposed to them and found that out.
Yeah, I thought I was. I'm glad I'm not. But
Thank God.
my son's
Thank God
mom
you're not.
stopped using it because it would give her kind of panicky, like it makes her heart race because she
Oh,
has high
yeah.
blood pressure, and even no matter what the strain was, it was not. She was not
Wow.
enjoying it. I'm like, oh yeah,
It's not
the
for everybody. Yeah.
Jacob's Link guy, Jacob's
But
Link
yeah,
guy.
I do think like fresh use of it, fresh, formulations for that type of medicinal purpose, very much valid. Like, why are we not
Yeah, and it can
studying
be
this more?
externally too. Have you seen like there's
Yeah.
patches and there's even nasal spray and breath spray like under the tongue spray. There's
I'm
all
sorry, that
sorts
sounds
of
like it'd be
things.
harsh.
I think there's an inhaler too, but I'm not 100% sure. Uh,
Have you ever used any type of nasal spray medication that,
I used
like,
it. Yeah, I got some
yeah,
right here
so
somewhere.
I've used, other than for sinuses, I've used every formulation of my Imitrex migraine treatment. I've used them all to see what they were all like. And I will tell you this, I have no interest in ever using the nasal spray again. That was
Mhm.
wretched. And it's one of those that you pop
Takes
the
some getting
seal and
used to, that's for sure.
right? It really sprays it up there, and you can't help but it gets in your throat. You can taste it. It's
Hmm.
nasty,
Yep,
nasty. So
gives
I
you that
would
old
rather
drip,
use the injection,
gives you
you
that
know.
drip. Some people
Yeah.
like it.
So I've used the tablet, the dissolving tablet, that's max salt. I've used the nasal spray. I've done the injection. The only reason I don't still use the subcutaneous injection is because it's the same copay or payment if you have no insurance for 2 injections as it is for 9 tablets. And at the time, that was $90, and then it went up to 180.
Wow,
$180 for 2
doubled.
treatments. No, thank you.
Let's see what the rest of this says. I think it's only another
Option.
half a
Remember,
minute.
even if you're smoking, it's just like food, okay? Sweet baby girl. It depends on how much you eat. Do you understand? You
Depends
have
on
to
how
also
much you eat.
understand that smoke is anti-mold. It's a lot. So we have to take these considerations of moderation into factor at all time. Anyways,
Into
remember, don't be
fact,
a lazy pothead, and the herbs will heal the nation. Start doing the salt, cayenne, key lime, and coconut oil, or all of them. Put that in a shot glass, drink that every day, and this is how you start to detox your lungs. Regardless if you...
he said salt, cayenne, coconut oil.
So is am
Maybe
I
key lime.
correct that, like, what he's doing there is it's not been heated? Is that fresh, like what I was talking about?
I believe so. Yeah,
Okay.
this is not activated. I don't think.
Yeah.
Not psychoactive.
Which I never knew until I was older. I thought, just like I would have assumed, like, if you gobbled up a leaf, you'd get high. I didn't
Right.
know when I was younger.
I thought the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah, but it
consumer,
doesn't.
you need a detox. The herbs will heal the nation. So let's think with
The herb is going to heal the
life.
nation.
And
He
get
keeps
healthy,
saying.
wealthy, and wise, and salt every offering. Leviticus 2:13. World's cleanest salt and everything you need, like the Health Bible, on jacobslink.com, or hit the link in the bio. And remember, your local grower. Don't get stuff at the store. We hope we made that clear. jacobslink.com.
Jacob's Link. Yeah, this
Yeah.
guy, Jacob's Link.
And if I had had access to it like she did when I heard that story, I mean, I was already into my illness and in a lot of pain. It's why I was paying attention to the story. If I'd had access, I probably would have tried what she was doing because I was very much desperate for solutions. I was real, like, that was real close to that zone where I ended up in enough pain where Jim finally was like, "Well, so and so that we know works for a dispensary. I didn't have a medical card because I didn't want to be in the system.
Hmm.
And I was like, let me try whatever she's got because I can't keep going like this. So
Hmm.
the earliest stuff I tried was a butter made with indica, and that stuff I learned real fast. Got to go real easy because what she did was she made the butter and then made a caramel from it. And honestly, after I obtained the butter from her, I had the recipe for the caramel and never wanted to bother doing that. I was just like, screw this. I'm just going to get a little
little bit
Aussie
of butter.
bite,
Hmm.
put the butter on it, heat it in the microwave, and eat it and be done with it.
What's an
But I
Aussie
had to
bite?
use tiny bits. Aussie Bite's like a kind of the almost keto. I think it's got too much sugar, but almost a keto version type snack. It's like a
Hmm.
little muffin.
Okay, interesting.
But yeah, I mean, I didn't have to cook it into anything. Just put a little bit on top and be done with it.
Oh no, they've triggered one. They've triggered it.
What?
I don't know.
Hannah.
I just wanted. I've been wanting. I've been wanting to hit it the whole episode. I haven't really seen many dancing bananas. Can you eat hash and get high? Mike Driscoll, I do not think you can eat hash and get high. That is a non-activating
Well,
substance.
yeah, I
Depends
was
on
gonna
maybe.
say define hash.
Right. Depends
'Cause
on what you're talking about, but I think that's a no.
yeah,
Pretty sure that's a no.
depending on how it's been handled. That's the thing. If
One
it's been
minute.
heated, well, yeah.
Well, speaking of being heated, I'm about to myself. 1 minute away, 4:20 somewhere in
Yeah,
the
you
world,
know
you
what? Up
guys.
until up until late last night and early this morning, I was pondering up until yesterday actually whether I would be able to sit here for a couple hours. Finally, I was better enough last night that I was like, okay, yeah, I can do this. Because I was like, I may have to tell him I'm going to skip it. 'Cause, you
Mm.
know, I couldn't sit for long periods. I'm doing okay,
It
other
would
than
be
my
okay.
usual
You'd be.
debility.
Yeah, it would be a
Yeah, but
problem.
I like
But,
I like this, and so I was going to be mad if I had to miss it.
well, good. I mean, we got 44 people in the house, and I think there's some people that like it as well. We try to
But
learn
this
something.
morning I
Hey,
figured,
what's
you
up,
know what,
Elite?
if I gotta treat it a little bit, it's all good because I'm in the right environment for it.
And it's cheers, everybody. So here, do you mind if I play this? The
Go
other
ahead.
one.
Cheers. Cheers.
Cracks me up.
You can't see the top. It says medical 420 medical toke. Smoke responsibly.
Might need to adjust it.
It's because I'm playing this nonstop banner that says door prize.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's because of the banner.
Everything takes
Otherwise, it
up
works.
space.
Yeah, and then you just adjust.
But yeah, I
Well, that's
mean,
why.
if I had to, that's what I would do. Just take a hit of that and get through a couple hours and I'll be fine. I know how to do that for myself now. That's the takeaway. I said this a long time ago. I told you before. I use edibles. I don't smoke it. I don't vape it just because I didn't need to. So you adapt and adjust to what your needs are. And last week I hit the wall and I was like, I got to do something. So I wasn't adverse to the idea if it was needed. I just didn't need it
Right,
before.
and it's
So
not. Go ahead. Well, I was gonna say it's not nearly the same thing as coffee, but for me, I used to treat coffee like that because, and that's how I still treat it, I guess. Because if I really needed a pick me up, I can't remember the last time I bought a coffee, but
yeah,
I'm not opposed to it, and it's not, I'm not that bad of
I
flavor, but
consider
it's
that
not
to be
like,
the same. I
yeah,
consider that to be the same thing. Caffeine is a
right.
potent drug too. We'll be honest
When
here.
you, especially when you don't drink it very often, but people
Yeah.
that drink coffee all day, like they don't see that as anything
Well, and what
special.
happens to them
It's
when they
like,
can't?
right, they get pretty
It's a
irritable,
potent drug.
and they are just, they need their coffee. Yeah,
Yeah.
my mom
Yeah.
and brother
So,
used to be drinking like gallons a day before they even go to work or whatever, and I'm just like, I don't know what's going on.
well,
Like this
people
big
who
old,
drink it right up to bedtime. What the,
yeah,
So it doesn't matter to me if we're talking about, because I'm gonna give you this. This will step on some toes, right? Caffeine, nicotine, sugar, alcohol, cannabis. It doesn't matter. They are potent substances. Okay, so they have effects. All of those, by the way, have psychoactive effects. People
Mm-hmm.
don't want to admit to that.
Mood
Sugar
altering
does too.
substances. Mm-hmm.
Now,
Sure.
if you don't believe me, cut out all sugar and all carbs for 3 weeks. See how you feel. And then go get yourself a candy bar and eat the whole thing and see how you feel. If you don't
Yeah.
believe me, it's going to
Yeah.
affect your body and your mind both. Look, I've experienced it.
Mm-hmm. Well,
So,
just the attempt of cutting all that out for 3 weeks is going to be the hard part for most
it's
people.
hard.
Like, yeah.
It's hard. Yeah. Just one little deviation, too many carbs, and you're like, blah. I mean, I
But
felt nauseous and yeah.
hey, Grunt, what's going on, brother? By the
And
way, Tala, I
especially if
want
you do it for over a month.
real quick before I forget, I want to tell you, my friend Mike Driscoll, he's in Canada. He's in the house here. He's been watching me for months and not really commenting, but I see him. It tells me he's watching because I knew he's been there, and I've been saying I say hi to him once in a while. He reached out to me and he told me that this is one of his favorite shows
Oh,
because of the information we go through and all the different, he actually said Tala and Whalen myth busting, basically with like some laughing emojis and stuff. Yeah, so it's
I
very
love
cool.
that.
And then he went the extra mile and got himself a Rumble, signed up on Rumble now, and now he's over here with all the
Oh,
with the chat. So shout out again to Mike
awesome.
Driscoll. Mike's going to
Well,
inspire
thank
me
you.
to figure out some kind of a incentive program for members who join from other countries because he wants to subscribe, but all the prizes and things that I normally do, it wouldn't be such an easy back and forth. So if we
Right.
had figure out some other kind of thing, maybe like a yearly package that you can win, like you win the more things that more like I guess points you win, the bigger the package would be once a year that we ship over to you or something like that. I don't know. Something interesting,
Yeah.
but again, shout out. Thanks, Mikey. Um, and
Let me
Sergeant
open
Grunt,
it up.
shout out.
Follow
Grunt, you still live right now? Let me see. I got him. I had him tabbed open. Was it this one?
Yeah, open it back up.
Let's see. I don't know if he's still live. No, he's still got 24 viewers. It won't let me get to the the bar. Won't let me go to the front. It's just weird. It's like stuck back halfway. In his chat, he's got custom emojis, and I don't know how to do that, but I know it's possible.
Yeah.
I know it's possible, you guys. One day we're gonna have custom WTIF emojis in the Rumble chat. It's gonna happen soon. I'm speaking it into existence right now. But speaking of, you say how it seems like it's hot. Were you kind of fanning yourself a little
Oh
bit?
yeah.
Well, check this out,
Yeah.
Tala.
It's one of those
Holy
days.
shit, there's condensation on here. I swear to God, when I bought this fan, I had no idea that there's AC built in it. I didn't even know that existed. This is a
I need
part
that.
as that fan is blowing,
It's a
brushing
real
up against this
AC.
cold plate right here, and it's
It's
giving
got
you
condensation
portable
on that
AC.
cold
So the way
plate.
you activate it is you turn it on. So right now the fan is at its lowest setting. There's no AC on here. But if you tap like this, and you see that
Shirt
icon right
conditioner.
here, not sure if you're going to be able to see it, but look at the water droplets on here. So I'm not going to lie, the
It's like
fan by itself already works good, but with the cooling from this metal plate,
put it in
the
your
air
pocket
is
and
ice cold.
blows up
All
your
of
shirt.
that in this one little package, and there's no wires, and it just easily charges with USB-C. Spring and summer is right around the corner, so once people catch on to this technology, these are 100% going to sell out. So if you want,
So I think it's cool. I mean, no pun intended, but pun received. Probably
It's a
subscribe
good
anyway.
idea.
I'm not in it. Well, I get that, Mikey, and I'm not. I guess I didn't mean to allude to that or suggest that. My bad. But what I meant was like you kind of you made me think about it. And it's like how do I what do I offer, to the folks that might be from other countries? And I think it would be fun. That's why I do it. That's why I do the prizes. I had subscribers before I started doing that. I just started saying, I started game night was where I started it all. And then I said, let me just take my promise to subscribers was always that I would try and take half of those $2, so a buck every time somebody subscribed with for $2, and do something to give something back to the community. And that's why game night was at first just a prize coming from me to the winner that was on the screen. And then I gathered a bunch of subscriber or sponsors, I should say, and then it turned out to be bigger and bigger. So it's
Yeah.
fun. I like it, but this is not something that it doesn't have to be the focus of your subscription. So thanks, Mikey.
It's always nice to have that feedback, by the way. Like I tell people that on my various platforms when I get a comment from somebody, compliment to whatever work I'm doing, that stands out to me. Because we get trash talk all the time. We get trolls. When you're online every day, you get trolls. You get that.
For
But you kind
sure.
of have to tune it out. So then when somebody comes along and says something nice, to me that stands out more. Like that's what I'm burning into my memory.
Yeah, it is more rare, especially for people who aren't in the everyday, the
Yeah.
general people that you see a lot. Yeah, this is a maybe not necessary to bring up, but it's kind of right along these lines. I made a post on Facebook on my page that had some negativity to it, and of course, suddenly there's 60 likes on this. And Tyler, we can't get more than 10 likes on our live. We got 4 people watching us on Facebook right now, and all the
I'm
all the
laughing
haters
because
came out of the woodwork.
I'm remembering that day, the one day that you said something negative and griped on X, they boosted the visibility for mutuals and everybody saw it.
Yeah, everyone's like, "Oh, hey, now," or
I
whatever.
had to go, no, actually, in that particular instance, it was not because you were complaining. That was not your fault.
I don't remember what I even complained about, but I
I
was
don't
like,
know.
I don't even post that often, and I had something to say that day, and I was like, yeah, let me just put it out here. No one's gonna see it anyway. I'll just throw it out there, and it'll, get it off my
And then
chest.
Nikita fiddled with the algorithm and boom.
Yeah, I have. I'll be honest. I've been getting a little more play on X, a little bit
Yeah.
more back and forth. People actually hitting the like button here and there that I know that I've met on X. So shout out to the people watching right now, all of you guys who also have X. Let's try to keep growing over there. And I might get in Pickaxe. I hear Pickaxe. A lot of people are using Pickaxe from Rumble because of Rumble's connection to it
Oh,
and everything.
not
So that's something
familiar
I
with
might do.
that.
It's another social media site that is directly integrated with Rumble. So as I go live on Rumble, and when I share it into my Pickaxe account, it doesn't share in like a link would from like when you share us. If you shared our Rumble into like Facebook or into, it wouldn't come up like that. It comes up as if you're live on Pickaxe, which there's no
Oh.
live stream. There's no live streaming on Pickaxe, but it comes up in the feed like it's. Does that make? Am I making sense? It's
Yeah, I mean,
it's
it's
kind of
probably like
there's a
with
description for it, but
with with Meta, you've got Facebook and Instagram, but now we've got Threads, which is sort of another
I'm
attached.
not even on Threads. Are you on Threads?
I'm not no. I'm
Okay.
not on Lemonade either. You guys that are on
What?
TikTok, please stop asking to follow me
What's it
on
called?
Lemonade. Lemonade.
Limonate.
Lemonade. I have TikTok. You've got me on TikTok. I don't need extra. I don't need Threads. I don't,
Limonate. What's Limonate
yeah.
supposed to be offering? Is it
I
just
don't know. Like it's just another I don't they say,
another
you can
TikTok?
chat. I'm like,
You can
if you
chat.
want to chat, comment on my TikTok videos because they need the activity. Why do you want me to go
All
over
right,
there? I'm
Margaret.
building
Have a good
gear.
day. Have a good day. Tell mom we said hi.
I would like to get monetized on TikTok. So no, I don't want another platform. I want activity on my existing. Yeah.
I'm thinking that I'm spending too much time multi-streaming. Man, it's like I should probably. Anyway, no, we're doing fine. We're doing fine. Let me show you this next one because it's not doing fine. It's kind of scary, you guys. The squirrels are turning carnivorous.
They already were. I mean, like
Did we talk about
omnivorous.
this already? I think we talked about this. Yeah.
We
They're
might
eating. They're
have.
hunting animals. They're hunting.
Yeah, it's not really
California.
new.
It says California squirrels have started turning carnivorous. New research shows they're actively hunting other animals in a surprising shift in behavior. This is from.
Do you remember the thing about fentanyl in the water? There's a
No.
hilarious video. It was like one of those Joe Rogan or something, and this girl's like, um, there was a, I want to say it was like a raccoon or something. This girl called about it. She goes, "This was like the most California response ever." The person at animal control said, because she's the raccoon in the tree, and she goes, "Yeah, that's where they live." But it was acting weird. So, she came out and I guess couldn't catch it or whatever. And she goes, yeah, there's fentanyl in the water. And she's like, what? She goes, there's fentanyl in the water and the coyotes and things are acting crazy. Cause I guess people were flushing their drugs
Hmm.
because it was contaminated. And she's like, I really did not have that on my card, fentanyl coyotes.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean that's one thing we don't think about, flushing stuff down the drain. I mean, oh, just it's gone. So out of my hands. It's like, wait,
I mean, if you were scared
but
you were
you're
going to overdose, what would you do? Yeah, that might be what people would do. Yeah,
I get it, but our water supply is shared, you guys. Our water
I
supply, we
know.
are drinking someone else's uh flushed drugs. Like, yeah,
There's only so much they can get out of it, I guess, when they treat it.
right. And I mean, I obviously I drink RO water now, and you have like a house filter, right? And so, but still, it just feels like, man, isn't there? I feel like there's some natural way that this stuff should be getting filtered.
Yeah.
I think one thing that we could do, if we were just taking a 30,000 foot view at humanity, and say, if we stopped using dams to generate electricity and had used other like methods that we already,
Nuclear.
yeah, nuclear, like all sorts of methods that are not so much using our rivers and blocking up our rivers and slowing down that's slowing down the filtration that's happening, and they're also filtering it more with stuff, I guess, what would you call water treatment plants. Of course, we're doing that artificially, that job. But I don't know, the fish and stuff. There's a lot of
Big
problems with fish
supporter of
killing. Hmm?
I'm a big supporter of restoring Hetch Hetchy because of that. In Yosemite, you
What's
know,
what's going on there?
that's a dam. They've
Oh, I
dammed it
see.
up.
Restoring the
Restore it.
dam, or you mean taking the dam out?
The Yeah, take it out, restore the meadows and everything to their
Right.
natural state.
Like I
Because
get,
it's changed everything.
and we transport barges and stuff up and down the rivers. Like once we can get past those things, which may not be for quite a while, but I could see those things being like a distant, like a past thing that we use the river so heavily for all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I could see us not have to use it so much, maybe more recreational stuff, but I could see us not having to use barges and um, although I don't know the numbers, but I can't imagine that it wouldn't be anytime soon because there's such a huge, like a barge compared to like a semi truck. I don't know how many semi trucks would fit on a barge, but it's probably like several, right?
Yeah.
So that's the benefit. Like you probably can't get a cheaper way to move things, but it only goes one direction, right? You're not driving a barge up the river. I mean, I guess you can, but
With locks you can, yeah.
yeah.
But
Anyway, it's like old ways we do things, but maybe eventually we can phase some of that stuff out. Like there's
Panama that does that way, right? Where I studied this when I was in grade school. There's sections of it, they bring the ship in
mhm.
and the water level changes and they
Well,
can
how
go
much
up.
more expensive would it cost for you to go back upriver? Wouldn't it be
Yeah.
a lot more fuel?
You
Lady
construct something
Midnight,
like that
hey.
nowadays, man.
So, so I was hanging out with Lady Midnight earlier in her Discord while I was doing my Rumble Premium time. I was all by myself on my live stream doing Rumble Premium, and so thanks for letting me chill over there. She had like 40 people watching her play Fortnite, and just intense at like 6 o'clock in the morning, you guys. And I'm over here just hanging out, playing a little scrap mechanic, all quiet like, and yeah, it was a good time. Yeah, her and Legend, and now all the some new friends that I've been meeting over here on the Rumble. So yeah, thanks for the repost. I saw that too. Appreciate that. Um, okay, so yeah, we talked about the squirrels before, so we don't have to go back to that. But it is just interesting that they say it's an uptick, and that could be partially because the squirrels have less food. There's a lot of fires that happen in California.
Yeah.
There's probably issues with that, and I think they're having that happen in
They'll
Canada.
adapt, yeah.
Hmm. They'll
But I
find
mean,
food where
some
they
of
can.
these animals that we think of as being uh, Vegisauruses,
Hmm. Hmm.
uh, they're not always. Like chickens, for example. When I see eggs on the shelf that say vegetarian fed, I'm walking right away from that.
Yeah,
That's not
no,
their natural diet. They
no.
eat lizards and snakes and little animals, and that's normal for chickens. They're little
Hi,
raptors.
Don. Yeah, they definitely eat all sorts of things, and not and some animals will eat bugs that maybe don't eat like wouldn't eat like a rodent, but
Yeah.
that's still not a vegetarian. They're eating bugs, right? Like I don't know what you call
Chickens
that.
will
It's
even
not
eat
really.
mice, yeah. Yeah,
Oh
that's
yeah,
normal.
chickens will eat each other. I mean, chickens definitely
Yeah.
are both. But I know there's like other bugs or other animals that might eat bugs. But that's about it. Let's see, who was it? Don.
That's okay. I stumble
No.
around on Rumble too, and I'm on here every week.
Yeah, there's definitely some. It has some glitches here and there, Mikey, but you made it farther faster than a lot of people did, honestly. All right, check this. This next one is kind of sad. So this was from
Um,
2020, actually posted. I don't know how I came across my feed today or recently, but Heavy D, I don't know who that is, but Heavy D posted it. For a small account of perspective during these crazy times, imagine you were an American born in 1900 when you were 14. World War I is starts and ends on your 18th birthday with 22 million people killed. Later in the year, a Spanish flu epidemic hits the planet and runs until you are 20. 50 million people die from it in those 2 years. Yes, 50. When you're 29, the Greatest Depression begins. Unemployment hits 25%. Global GDP drops 27%. That runs until you're 33. The country nearly collapses along with the world economy when you turn 39. World War II starts. You you aren't even over the hill yet. When you're 41, the United States is fully pulled into World War II. Between your 39th and 45th birthday, 75 million people perish in the war, and the Holocaust kills 6 million. At 52,
mhm.
the Korean War starts. The 5 million perish. Like that. I mean, it goes on and on. I mean, at 64, the Vietnam War, and now you turn 75, the Vietnam War finally ends. Like, I mean, I don't know if anyone this age
My
would be alive right
grandmother,
now, but man,
my
that's
grandmother was
intense.
born in 1917, so most of that, yeah, she experienced. And I was very close to her because I moved in with her when I was 18. So I learned a lot, and she was in American Legion, supporting the troops and all kinds of stuff like that. And she was a single divorced mother in the 40s, and that's hard enough.
By the
So
way, I
she
just want
had,
to preface this. I don't know if these numbers are accurate or not, but we all know that the wars
I
are,
think so,
like
because we know about the events.
yeah.
It is. It's like, okay, so she grew up in Oklahoma, western Oklahoma, in the Dust Bowl. Like, people don't even connect with that anymore. I studied it when I was in grade school, but some people don't really understand. Dust Bowl, depression, okay? So the stories from her that I know about are having to wear a cloth over your face to
Hmm.
walk to school or anywhere, having to wash your dishes coming out of the cabinet before you could eat. There was that much dirt in the air. Using newspaper inside your clothing, inside your coat for insulation in winter because you couldn't afford, really heavy clothing, and
Hmm.
clothing wasn't what it is now. It wasn't that easy. Um,
Right.
Buying shoes that were too big and stuffing newspaper in the toes. As your feet grew, you'd take the newspaper out and you'd wear them until you're about curling your toes under because you can't afford to just buy whatever shoes. You had one good pair and you wore them for church, maybe for school if it was cold weather or whatever. You did not wear them working in the cotton patch because you didn't mess them up. You were out there barefoot in the hot sun. You know, we have it so easy.
I was just gonna say, do you think we all that every generation thinks they have it the worst. Like, because I
Yeah,
don't, not like in general, there's a lot of people that will agree with us and say, oh yeah, we have it pretty easy. But there are so many complainers out there that will have you thinking that this is the end of times.
our
This
first
is the
world problem
worst.
now is tech neck because we're walking around like this looking at
Right.
our phone.
Well, I mean, if we
That's
zoom out
fixable.
though, there it isn't all peaches and rainbows. I mean, there's war happening and things,
Yeah.
but on a grander scale, like, yeah, there times have been much worse. So,
I think access to solutions is easier now.
mhm.
My grandmother was allergic to every antibiotic known to man. So when she was a young woman, she almost died of pneumonia. Antibiotics were new, they tried them on her, and they just about killed her with the antibiotics. You
Did
know,
you hear
we
this?
we know about these things now and we can treat them. There was no treatment for antibiotic allergic. It was stop the meds and hope you don't die.
So Mikey says that he says the 6 million Jews uh, is a myth that's been
Oh
busted.
god.
Have you heard this being busted? I
No
haven't heard
comment.
that.
No,
I don't think the
not
number
going
really
there.
matters. Like, if I said 5,000,000, 999, like, would that be really, would that be any? I don't know. That's I
Is
don't know about
6
that, Mikey.
acceptable?
Yeah, no.
Is
I
1
know my
acceptable?
grandparents are and parents lived through the Depression. Well, there's a bunch of people in the chat there that say their grandpa's still alive or whatever. That's 19. He lived in 19 or was born in 1915, I guess. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, this is just, yeah, this is wicked. Like, you see these. I remember growing up seeing these videos of African kids that look like this
Yeah.
with Sally Struthers. It was the Sally Struthers, was it, or who was it?
He's
The
what
well,
what
dollar
was
a
it when
day
they
could
were
just save this kid's life.
starving children in Africa,
Hmm.
starving Ethiopians, eat your food. Struthers was a whole scam. She
Yep.
was,
Yep, that was a big scam.
yeah, there's hungry people. But I will say this, like one of the stories that I've never been able to forget is that I know, and I'm not going to try to say exactly where because I can't remember, but probably one of the African countries where I know at
Well, that
one
sucks,
point
Rose.
we sent assistance in the form of grain to plant, but the people, being very hungry, just grabbed it, ran off with it, and ate it. So they needed to be taught, plant it, and produce a crop that will keep feeding you, but they didn't do that. They just gobbled up the resource.
Mm.
So this is why we have had to change the way we've asked our government to change the way that we assist countries. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. I don't believe in just pouring resources and saying, eat this up, eat this up. Teach people to fish.
Hmm. Well, some of the reason that we pour resources into countries is so that they will uh, spend our dollars and make in that props them up
Yeah,
with value and yada yada yada. And so I don't love that. It seems like a house of cards in the long run, but
yeah.
it seems to be
Self-sufficiency is
working.
better,
Right.
you
Touche.
know.
Um, so let's play this next video. I forgot what it was about. I think it's working out. Something about exercise in this one here, Tala.
Instead of traditional weight plates, these gym machines use water-filled barrels to provide resistance during each exercise. Water weighs approximately 8.3 pounds per US gallon, making it an effective and inexpensive source of resistance. Unlike solid weights, water can shift slightly inside the container as it moves, creating a less stable load that requires additional control from the user.
But like the water on the machines, though,
Instead of traditional
over
Is this
time,
AI?
no, I don't think so. It doesn't seem like it to me, but
Now, is that
maybe,
time outside in the snow? What?
yeah.
This
But,
looks like
but this guy
AI.
just evidently this guy works out all the time. I don't know. I don't know how true it is, but it looks like one guy that does it. Who is this? Unlaid.
Valid technique. I've got I haven't used it yet, but I've got one of those tanks that you put water in. But
The GIF that someone
someone,
posted. I don't know if I could pull it up or not. Uh, The guy just doing these.
Nagila,
Yeah, but with dumbbells though. That's so funny. Unlaid. Okay, I don't know. That's the only comment. Seriously, what's going on here? Mm,
Need some Russian music, actually.
cool story. It says gets lighter and you pull, so you get way more reps. As you pull, gets lighter as you pull, so you get more reps.
It's a drop set.
A whole new meaning to dumbbells. Drop set. Yeah, kind of cool idea. Good luck refilling it with water to get another set in.
That's half the workout is filling it up.
Yeah, with a little scoop.
But yeah, you can get aqua tanks, that you fill up with water and you can do all kinds of different exercises with it. The water shifts and it makes you work more to stabilize.
But why does it?
Um,
But why is it squirting out? Why is it
yeah, I haven't.
draining?
That's why I said, is this AI?
Okay, per 1 liter. If you want to use a sensible system, what? Yeah, I don't know. This
My
is
only answer it's a gradual drop set.
maybe it's like he's done for the day and he's just his last set to drain it out.
Pull the plug.
Yeah, he's like, all right, I don't need like they don't want to hold water. I don't know, but it doesn't seem like
Seems
that's
a
the
bit
person who
wasteful.
posted this. Seems like maybe they ripped somebody else's video. What is this reference? Oh, this next one is freaking sad, you guys. Oh my gosh, get ready, get the tear jerkers ready. The tear ducks. I don't know what to say in that case, but the tears, get them ready.
1 minute clip that could better encapsulate our societal decline than what we just witnessed. Everything about it. I cannot think of a
This
1 minute
right here.
clip that could better encapsulate
that
our
before.
societal decline than what
I
we
remember
just
what his name is.
Everything about it.
That's
Awful music being
that's
belted
Matt Walsh
out
right
by
here,
a
but
morbidly obese
The
rapper
singer,
with
though.
an oxygen tank
yeah,
sitting on a
I'll just mute it. But yeah, he's got an oxygen tank. I don't know what rapper that is, but he's
Yeah,
up
he's like in
on.
really bad shape.
Maybe I'll
Is
just
he
pause
still
it.
alive? This is the question.
I mean, this was just recent, I think.
I've seen it. It's been several months at least since I first saw it. It's because I recognize that. Like you shouldn't have to. Yeah.
That's a bit much. Still singing though.
When you
Still
know
doing it.
it's fixable. And I get so tired of the like when you get into a discussion about causes of obesity, there's always someone who wants to talk about genetics. Okay, so listen, I have those genetics. It's called Syndrome X. It runs in my family. That is not an excuse. Is it harder for me to trim the weight down? Yes. That doesn't mean that I just give up. Because I could look like that.
And I don't know this guy. I mean, I don't know whatever he's been through, but if you're like if you got that kind of crowd, I mean, I don't know where he's playing at, but that's a huge crowd like that. You got a lot of love behind you. You got a lot of fans. If you can't do it with that kind of support,
It's a
like
mental state. I teach
yeah.
on this. It's a mental state. It's a decision. And the saddest thing to me is the person who looks at not just me, okay, but people like me, people that are in that niche in my community. Life-threatening illness, chronic pain, my whole life. I'm postmenopausal, I'm older. All of these things stack up. It's very hard. That doesn't mean I stop. And they look at that and go, well, that's easy for you. No,
Right.
it's not. And the next thing
Not
is,
easy,
well,
yeah.
I've tried. When I hear the word try, then I have to tune it out because I already know where we're at. There is no such thing as try. How do you try? Nobody can answer that question. What does try look like? You either make a decision and commit, or
you're
yeah,
Yoda.
there
You're
is no
channeling
try.
your
Yeah,
Yoda right now.
it's
Channeling
true.
your Yoda.
There was so much wisdom in those.
Do
So
not
you
try.
either
Do.
make the decision and commit and keep taking the steps and taking the steps and taking the well, but I failed this. No, you didn't. Not until you stop. You fell down. What happens when you fall down? Get up. So if every time you oops on something or make a bad decision, you just redirect and keep going, eventually those good choices are going to stack up and they're going to catch up, and you'll realize, hey, I made some progress. But what causes this state of being for someone is the decision that I'm a piece of shit, I don't wanna, I don't care, everybody hates me, I hate me, that kind of thing. They may not say it, but that's what's going on in here. I
Good
know
day,
because I've gotten
Rose.
people to admit to it, you know. And I'll even take it a
Andrew,
step
way to
further.
go, brother.
This is an important one. I'll take it a step further. Ladies, okay, I am a survivor of domestic violence and assault. Okay? Most women who struggle with their weight over and over like me, it's like a defense. And it's stupid and it's not true because the process is, and nobody ever wants to say it, but when I say it, they go, yeah. If I'm overweight, I'm not attractive, they won't look at me, I'm not at risk. There's a fear that keeps that weight on.
Hmm.
And so once you get yourself to the point where you heal from that and you realize that, first of all, being overweight, even if it does make you unattractive, does not protect you from being assaulted.
Right.
It doesn't. Okay. Because it's not about that. Once you get past that and let yourself heal and realize, I didn't do that to me, I am not at fault. They are an evil person. Okay. When you heal in that way, then the weight starts to come off. Okay. And that doesn't mean you can't stumble and end up back to, hey, I gained some of mine back. I'm fighting it again, you know. But
Right.
I'm not going to quit because I don't want to be in that state because I don't want to die.
I mean, there's a difference between fluctuating, you know, like even Andrew says he weighed 325 before, and now he weighs
Goodness.
215. So I
Yeah.
mean, that's a hell of a good job, man. And
Congrats. That is
you
awesome.
were you were a big man, 46 size. Oh wow. I mean, I'm not. Uh,
That's not the biggest, but obviously it's not good either, you know.
right.
So, yeah,
This
you've
guy
been
here
through it.
has got to be
Oh, he's huge. Yeah.
uh,
That's
600, 5, 6. I mean, I don't
his
know.
waist
I
is going to
can't tell.
be 60 something at that size.
Yeah. So I don't know
You
the
know,
rapper,
Jim
but
was in Jim was in
it's rough.
54s. 56 at one point. He was big. So I've lived next to what that kind of damage can look like, and you know, the end result, he has type 2 diabetes.
Never thought
This
of
is what
that as a
happens.
mindset. Yeah.
But you can reverse that. You just have to be consistent. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like there's this little bit that I can't, fully handle or take care of, but I also keep hurting myself, and then I'm like slowing my exercise down and shit. But I was doing some stretching, and I'm feeling I'm feeling like some of the progress is more visible now. The progress that I've been making going to well, specifically Taekwondo, like my leg flexibility, not only flexibility but strength, because
Good.
the issue with some kicks and most kicks, I would say, people think that they need to be flexible, which is only half the battle. You need to be flexible, but your muscles have to actually be able to carry your leg to that point, like
That's
it,
mobility.
and have power.
Yeah.
And so a lot of things I've been working on was like the side stretch, because I can kick it straight in front of me pretty high up in the air, but I can't. But like over to the side was getting. I
Yeah.
don't know if it's like arthritis or what, but man, my hips, they hurt when I do that. But it's
I don't
just
actually
like
think
that right
so.
there.
I
It
think
hurts.
I think that it's what I told you about. Like, I gave you the link to that beard all you can be. I think is his. Yeah, he teaches
Hmm.
mobility. So that's strengthening the outer range of motion. Passive
Oh, I feel better
flexibility is
with it.
just one piece of so you
Hmm.
can have passive flexibility and be just screwed up. So,
Right.
but that strength to be able to, like a ballerina that can just slowly raise their leg and point their foot at the ceiling. That's mobility.
Yeah.
That's power. And that's what we want, especially the older we get.
Yes. Yes, it is. Now, speaking of mobility, watch what this guy does with his.
Mike, yeah, yeah. And I went through that
This epic
mental
homing tool is
state.
called a
So,
crimper.
yeah,
I'm using it to
I
smash
experienced
down
that
this
mental
cover
state
crop of
myself.
buckwheat I planted just
I'm
28 days
healing
ago.
from it. So.
Buckwheat is a great summer cover crop because you can actually squeeze it in between plantings because it is so fast.
He
It
grows
provides nectar for our
buckwheat
bees
in
in the
between
midsummer.
plantings.
And once we smash it down and crimp it, I'm going to plant directly into it. As it
Yeah.
decomposes, it's going to release those
I
nutrients
love
back
buckwheat.
into
It's a cool
the
plant.
soil. It's going to help keep the soil covered while these plants are germinating, and it's going to help suppress weeds as it decomposes. I'm planting some
Easy
black
cover crop,
solid corn
too.
here in mid-July. That's pretty late for most of the country, but I think we'll be able to squeeze it in with just 85 days to maturity for this variety. I'm actually doing 3 rows of corn, and in between those rows of corn, I'm planting our winter squash, and then I'm going to overseed around October with hairy vetch to provide a cover crop to take us all the way through the winter.
So there's a lot of information here. But for those that have an outdoor garden, in between planting, there's a good reason to have cover crop there because for several things that he said, the audience could hear it. I don't know how much of that you could hear, but um, the fact that it suppresses weeds while it's decomposing, that's huge. It also covers the soil when you have other things planted. It kind of gives it more cover from the light while the seed's germinating. It also helps to retain some moisture there. Like there's so many things. But yeah, it's just a little tip, little
And I eat,
gardening thing.
like,
Every
not
summer,
so
I get
much
asked
now
the same question. How
because
do I
I'm
Ah,
protect my outdoor plants
hang
from
on,
pests?
sorry. There we go.
That's okay. It's out
I
of
didn't do
control
that.
again.
It did that to me. I didn't do that.
I don't not so much now because I'm carnivore, but I do still like once in a while to do sprouted buckwheat. And I learned that from my Russian friend. And it's not like greens. It's not like microgreens sprout. It's not like that. You get a sprout that's just centimeters, just that little
Right.
tail. And rinse them really good that last time after you harvest them from the sprouting tray, and then add just a little bit of sunflower oil and sea salt, and it almost has a popcorn flavor. There's good nutrients in it. I like it.
So you get the taproot to come out a little bit.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, and that's how they typically
Interesting.
eat it there. I mean, you can cook buckwheat, but in my opinion, sprouting it's better. For one thing, I think that knocks down some anti-nutrients if you sprout it, so it agrees better with some people digestively.
You can also trade buckwheat a nickel for a pickle.
What?
Buckwheat.
Buckwheat.
Come on, the little rascals.
Okay.
I'll trade I'll trade you a nickel for a pickle.
Okay.
Uh,
That's going back a ways.
speaking of
My mother hated that
okay,
show.
check this. Check out this wonderful. We looked at the grass wheel last week. Remember the grass wheel? You could walk
Yeah.
barefoot through cities.
Yeah.
Check this out.
A water wheel.
I sit for hours.
And they're dressed like penguins, and their hands
Oh
are
my
tied
god.
behind their backs. It's a Dutch water parade.
That's funny.
But I just thought this contraption was kind of interesting. It either that's a shallow river or this thing is floats somehow. And then the flappiness going on with the flaps. I'm not sure.
Happiness.
Yeah, I mean, they're flapping this way and that.
Can you imagine
Seems
you're out
cool.
like taking a walk and you're all the hell?
Cruising, or you're on your kayak and that thing comes up next to you. That's
Yeah,
just
that'd be worse. You're like, I'm getting off the water now. Thanks.
I'm just yeah, like whoa. I thought I was good at kayaking until I saw that. I just thought I'd show people that one. That's fun.
That's
We got time
funny.
for one more here. Check this out. This is what traditional martial arts training actually looks like. No fancy gyms.
Gym, no equipment, just the ground and some metal bars. This is Mei Huachuan School in Hebei. What I
Mei
love about this
Huachuan
is how
School
simple and effective it
in
is.
Hebei.
These kids are building
Okay.
strength and discipline by using what they have. Most adults
Yeah,
couldn't
these
last
guys
an
are
hour.
badass.
You think you could? Amitofo. Hip
So
jumps, pole climbs.
the whole point of this is like they're doing all this stuff without a bunch of equipment. Although
Yeah.
they have poles that they can.
It's way more
use.
functional, you know? It's like working on
Oh,
a
yeah.
farm rather than going to a Planet Fitness. Functional
Right.
muscles.
Oh man, working on a
Which is,
farm.
you know, it's like, again, range of motion. So if you get on machines all the time and don't even use free weights, then you're doing yourself an even bigger disservice.
Yeah.
Because it's only through this specific range, and your muscles need to have something a little unexpected, imperfect. You know?
I agree. I think though, just to, I guess on the opposite side of that would be, people don't treat their everyday motion and their motions at work as exercise, like as much as maybe we should, in my opinion. You know.
I think you need all of the above, right?
Well, thinking about it as if it was exercise. Oh, hey, go pick up that crate. Okay, let me think about this for a second. Okay, get the knees bent, get down there nice and low. Like you're about to do a good squat, and you know,
That account I was talking about, he actually does some funny videos like that. He goes, if we went through daily life the way we train,
Mhm.
it's freaking hilarious because he does the breathing and,
Yeah.
Squatting very carefully, to put stuff in the oven. And
Actually, that's cool. I would like to see that video. That's
I'll
funny.
find one and send it to you because they
Yeah.
are funny.
Because it's exactly what I'm talking about, but to a funny degree, and it can be
Yep.
funny. It can look funny. Like you see a guy out in public, with his knee up stretching, or bent down stretching. It looks weird. It looks funny, but it shouldn't. I don't think it
Yeah.
should. It's like, hey, so everyone like
Normalize normalize movement again, you
yeah.
know?
Imagine
Yeah.
like a scene where, and I could see a cool like a skit or a commercial or something made where it's like a busy intersection. Everybody comes up to the intersection and they're waiting for the light to turn so they can walk across the street, the crosswalk. Everyone's chit chatting at the corner of the crosswalk, and while they're chatting, everyone's just like doing some hip turns and hey, how you been? And like stretching out a little bit. Oh yeah, and the shoulder still. It'd just be funny. It'd be cool. Man, there's so
Sure,
many good ones, Tala. We
I'm
got a
always
lot.
double checking to make sure we're not frozen.
I think we're
When
good.
chat
Oh
gets
yeah.
quiet, it weirds me out.
Yeah. Oh, Gabe's in the house. What's up, Gabe? Yeah, they're there. I think everybody's we hit a couple of 420s already. I think everybody might be asleep. My hips have been hurting me. I didn't realize how often I bend. How often you bend?
I went through all day yesterday without treating it at all because I just want to see, like, gauge where am I at now. I'm
Mm-hmm.
off the salicylate and I could hear again, and I was like, let's just not hit anything for a while. And then closer to bedtime, I was like, that's starting to ache. Let's just treat that.
All right.
I slept
And then
good.
that is the key, right? Good sleep. It's not always like for me, if I can't smoke too close to bedtime because it'll wake me back up. I'll be like,
Oh,
okay,
wow.
now what can we get into? Should I go play a game? Maybe have a snack I shouldn't be
Oh my
having?
God.
Like, what should I do?
Thankfully, it does not do that. Here's what works for me. This is what I discovered over the last week. Just a little bit of
What
my
are we making,
gummy,
Diane? Go ahead.
which is a sativa or a hybrid, I forget which. It's the wild gummies. Just a little bit of that, which I know is going to take close to an hour. A little bit off of that vape, and then in a little bit, it just sort of fades in. I can feel the effect, and then it's like, the muscles let go. So I figured that out just by
Relax.
trial and error. And
Oh,
at
I'm
that point, it's
sorry.
like, I'll go to bed, and I sleep. Yeah.
Volume was turned way down. I wonder if that's going to make a difference for you.
Hmm.
Let's check this out. What are you making, Diane? Making dinner? She said. I got to make some dinner for my son and I tonight.
Should have heard back from the council by
So,
now.
so this guy is in somewhere overseas. I'm not sure exactly where. He shows it in a little bit, but it's kind of hilarious how he uses his brain to get around some of these restrictions being given to him. So this guy is selling a surplus. He sells surplus sandbags, and he was
Oh yeah.
ordered to or ordered to not stockpile them. He had a stockpile. Anyway, he's going to describe it here, but basically he found he figured out a way around the stockpile rule.
Been 21 days.
Building.
Should have heard back from the council by now. Maybe they are letting one man continue his castle. Orders for the stockpile are growing rapidly. So far I've got about 500 bags stacked, but we're now at a massive 50% of the bags sold. Big sponsors from America, but I've run out of good pins. Same with Australia, 50 from Alex Paul. Pretty much now they have no real reason to say this isn't a legitimate stockpile. It just happens to be castle-shaped. Hand delivery tours shaping up nice. We've got quite a few in North Wales, including a maze, and then we've gone and got one all the way on a random island of Scotland, which is a nice restaurant.
I'm not really sure what he's saying, to be honest.
All around the UK is quite bewildering to me, really. Goes to show the
he's getting support from all over the world.
Got some of the sponsors' names on, but
to
I've really
fight
got
his
catch up. I've
local
got loads of room
government.
Now, so let's get the little people.
I mean, if I'm guessing, because he's building something, he can get away with having them or something.
That is the key.
Yeah.
Storing it in a castle-shaped stockpile.
That's funny.
So far.
That got around it.
Whatever works.
On the board, head across.
You know, I hate over-regulation.
Yeah, this reminds me of there are some places that don't allow you to grow food in the front yard, but they do allow you to grow hedges. And I saw this story years ago of this person. It was in I feel like Arizona or somewhere down that way. And the person got around this by growing fruit edible trees, fruit trees, as a hedge. Making a hedge out of fruit trees, and then they ended up. I swear it was something like 150 different fruit trees. They say, but when they call it that, like they mean trees that are edible, because some of them were like the leaves on this one are like a lettuce. You could eat these leaves.
You can do that with mulberry too.
Yeah, there were some things like there were different things, but they were all something edible that he could grow on every all the way around his hedge, and it was pretty crazy. So something
That's what I
like
would do.
Get around
I'd
that.
be like, don't tell me what I can't grow on my property.
Yeah, there are ways around it. Yeah.
There was somebody. I was talking to my friend Tex on X this morning, and they had a planned power outage. It was supposed to start at 8. 22 minutes early, he gets up, goes to push the button for his coffee, and the power's out early. I was like, I would hunt somebody down. Holy moly. If it's a planned outage, it's not an emergency. What are they doing, right? So I told him, I said, well, they make campfire percolators if you got a gas stove or whatever. He's all electric. I went, oh, no. Newsom's trying to do that here. All new construction now has to be electric. If I had to sell this house and move to something else in this state and it was electric, if I were buying another home and it was like that, I would build an outdoor living space kitchen, even if it had to be propane. I'm going to cook with flame. I don't care if I got to fill a propane tank. I don't want electric.
Right. Oh, my son John Doe's in the house. John, I've been here. I don't know why you couldn't find me. Facebook wants to keep us apart. So what was I going to say? Oh yeah, I never thought about that being a benefit to having electric and gas. In case the
power's out, I could still cook.
Only problem. This is something that really bothers me about gas and about like our waste that we just toss, and we have to like they treat it, and they don't use it for a benefit like this next video. This is an AI version of this is not really how it would go. This is not really how it would be built. I know it's poop, yeah, but like it is how it would work though. If you have a system that holds it, and then you can.
Yeah.
And this is how it would work with our poop too.
Earthships.
Why are we not doing this?
Like that, yeah. Earthships are built that way.
Like we just throw it away. I don't.
They'll do either that or like composting toilets. Some places they'll set
Hey,
them up
Brittany.
with incinerators. I think that's a great idea, incinerating toilets, you know?
I think we should be like collecting that natural gas and um, I like if I had a system, if I had like a maybe there if there was a company that sold and maintained a small system for homes for home use, people with dogs. I mean, how often are you picking up dog shit? Like people poop, we poop, all of us. Like this could be something people would want to buy, like a system, not like this exactly, because this is definitely not how you would build it. Like you have to have something that moves it
We
around and
need
has to go.
Bartertown.
Say again.
We need Bartertown. You have
Bartertown?
seen Thunderdome, right? The Mad Max
Uh,
movies?
I have, but I didn't remember the name of the town.
No shit.
Barter.
Energy. That was Master Blaster.
Two men enter, one man leaves. Oh, yeah, I remember. I remember.
Bartertown was running off of energy generated by sewage.
Oh, yum. Oh, Brittany,
I
let me get
mean,
you a sec. Another time.
it's like we think of it as, but it's sensible.
Yeah,
It's
that's
better than
it's a
what we're doing
resource.
now.
It's a wasted resource.
Goes in the water. We
Yeah,
treat it and throw it in the water.
and then we treat it to where it's like not even usable by local wildlife. Like it's not like we do with our bodies with the embalming process, where the body is not even doesn't decompose and it doesn't nourish the earth like it's supposed to. So slowly but surely we are actually pulling away from the earth, like taking from the earth and not giving back, and that is
Yep.
at least in that one way is that our bodies are not legally allowed to just be buried. They are supposed to be embalmed or
Uh,
whatever.
some places do green burials now, but they are regulated. Yeah, like you have to get somebody who's got the licensing for it.
They better, I don't know what happens. I guess it still gets decomposed eventually, but embalmed bodies is just not something that worms want to eat. They don't
Yeah,
want.
green burial. They don't embalm. Um, they don't box you up where you're not going to end up going back to the earth. It's sometimes they'll do a specific type of cloth wrap or whatever, but
Okay.
you're put into the earth to
All
decompose.
right, like it's
And
happening.
I approve. I think it's a great idea.
Yeah,
You know.
I like the ones that where like you're put underneath of where a tree gets planted or whatever,
Yep.
and then you can be like,
Yeah.
okay, that tree, unless it
I
gets
mean,
like.
at the very least, I would prefer to be cremated. Not a popular topic with people like my mom's generation. I know she wouldn't like that, but I
Why?
had a friend whose dad was a mortician
Hmm.
and learned more than I wish I knew about the embalming process.
Yeah, I
I
wouldn't want
don't
to be
like it.
embalmed. I would like to not be embalmed. That'd be just because I'm against it. But let's end on a funny note, because this is a little bit wild, you guys. That there's a place like this. I don't know how fake this is. It looks very fake, but it also looks very like. First of all, hold on. Look at the,
Fish
the the
boil,
very
right?
beginning of this, huh?
Seafood boil, right?
Yes, but it's just on the
Yeah.
table. Watch what he
Yeah.
does in the
Where's
very
the
beginning.
newspaper?
Look. He's licking the table.
Ew.
And then she just dumps it on there while she jiggles her titties in his face, and he's just.
Where's the newspaper? It's not how it's done.
Just like I'm not really sure if this is like how I know it's not. It
This has
doesn't
got to
seem like
be AI.
I don't think it's AI, but I also don't. I think it looks like a stunt at the same time. Like it looks like maybe
Yeah.
they.
So, a seafood boil, you're going to put, you're going to put newspaper down. That's how it's done in the South. So you're going to have the crawdads, maybe crab, red potatoes, corn, all of that is going to get dumped out on that newspaper, but not on the table without it.
Well, but this is what gets me with these people. I really hope that shit like that saving posts don't help people, because people that are so compelled. It's a compulsion. It's a mind game. It's a trick. I don't know. There's other words for this, but
Bait.
baiting you. Yes. For you to you have to say, "Oh, not on the table. Why would you go on the table?"
I
Like
know. I have
they
trouble
know
not
that
commenting.
already. Like you don't have to say anything.
You
You
know how
really
many
don't.
times I start typing that I make delete, delete, delete.
You do not have to give it to them, and that's what I guess that's what people who are nasty and haters do in reverse to people like me. Is like, oh, I might hate watching, but I'm not going to give them the like or whatever. But the same goes for these accounts with just obvious clickbait and stuff that's like, why? Like, so I'm watching them. I give them a view, I guess, by doing it, but you don't have to get into that. Like, they're not going to respond to you. Oh yes, we love the table food. It's great. Anyway, it's funny. It's good stuff. So we ended on the table food guy. I won't forget that. All right. Let's see. We've got 20 people on the Rumble. If you commented below the post here, I will get you on the wheel one more time. I've now been in live for almost 9 hours today.
Oh my gosh. You know, I used to do that. I used to do long broadcasts and hang out in Gilo's broadcasts and
Kayla, Alice, Dawn, Brittany.
excuse me.
I at least try to get something done while I'm doing that.
Yeah, it was gross putting it on the table. It was grosser licking the table.
The first part, yeah, right
The
away I was like,
flavor from
whoa,
the
whoa, whoa,
last
whoa, whoa. I was like, people are getting right past the part where he's like licking the table in the beginning.
We
Although
tried to pretend it wasn't there, that's why.
it's fast and it's kind of right at the beginning, so people miss it. But all
We
right,
didn't
we
want to
got
think about it.
less than a minute to the last 420, but we're gonna spin this wheel. Let me get. I'm gonna get anybody who's commenting one more. Oh yeah, the bananas. We did that last time. Good idea. Diane, or Brittany. Yeah, more dancing bananas, and I'll put you on the door prize wheel. Alice and Dawn. Got it. And it is 4 to the 20 somewhere in the world out there. So if you do what you do, and I'll give you a dancing banana party. Cheers. Didn't do anything. Here. What's happening? Oh no, do I have to refresh again? I'm not going to do it because I don't. I'm just not going to do it.
I don't know. Looks okay.
Yeah, but I can't click the dancing banana party. That's how I know something's not working.
Okay.
That's how I know.
Spin that wheel, Lisa.
Shuffle, 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 shuffle. Oh, I like that one. Oh, Tala, you should see this reel that I made. I did the after show the other day, and I was playing some music, and I had forgot to reshare the music back into the stream, so no one could hear it but me. And so I did this entire dance routine as I was walking over across the room to shut my other lights off, and my camera's following me, and I'm just into the music, and oh, it was so good. And I cut that shit as a reel. That's gonna be good. That's good stuff, people. You got to check that out. It's on Rumble. It's on Facebook too. I think send it. Rumble short. It's good. We could play that actually for real quick if you want. Yeah. Cheers, everybody.
Oh, goodness. Why am I yawning all of a sudden? I had 2 cups of coffee today.
It's the recent change in amount of THC.
Everything. Heat, humidity. Well, that too, yeah.
It does make you kind
Let's
of
see what the
tired. I'm not
humidity
gonna
is.
lie.
30% humidity. It was worse last night. We were at like 48%, something like that.
Hey, Margaret, you're not here still, are you? She had to leave to go help with
Like I
Mom.
said, I did sleep good. And it was nice to have a few little clicks, snaps when I could tell stuff was starting to fall back into place. And then I woke up and stretched and I could feel something go pop in my hip and I was like, oh, good.
Diane, no, that's not when I stubbed my toe. I was playing VR, and I decided to try this zombie game that incorporates your house, Tala. Like it shows your the room that you're in and everything. And I was running around the
Zombies got your
corner.
toe.
Yeah, no, it was it was that I had my whole hallway like scanned and everything, but it didn't scan my shampooer. I had this big carpet shampooer sitting there, and I come running around the corner away from these zombies and just kicked that thing like I was kicking a field goal on the Super Bowl Sunday or some shit. It was just, I mean, I felt like, oh, for sure this is broken. Oh, for sure. And I just like let it, it was the weekend, so I kind of let it, sit for a bit.
The worst. Because it's, the follow through is there.
Imagine doing that
Not
on
knowing an object
purpose.
is there.
Yeah, like when you bump yourself on something, imagine doing it on purpose. You're like, bap, or like kick it on purpose the way that you accidentally did. Like it just you cringe thinking about that. Andrew, what up, brother? You're here. I see it. Okay, so I'll show you. I'll play you
Not
this.
me dropping a 10-pound set of weights on my toe 3 weeks ago. That was brutal.
We have a friend, Bean Dongo. He's on People in the Boxes. Shout out to Bean. He's actually one of. Oh yeah, I didn't even. I got to show you something else here. So Bean dropped an 800-pound weight on his foot with what do you call those? The protector boots with the steel toe boots with steel toe
Which
boots, but
that'll
still.
clamp the boot on you.
Yes, his foot was pretty messed up, but I don't think it was fully broken. I think he
Jim
got
did that
lucky.
with a rivet gun one time when he was working high steel. They had to cut the boot off. You can lose your toes that way.
I do want to. Let me see. What's going on? I clicked the wrong. Oh no, I can't unclick that. All right, I'll be right back.
La 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 la. While he's fixing it. Technical difficulties. Are back.
Oh, always. I'm over here talking to you. I'm like always. I was responding to you. Always something going on.
Yep.
Yes, Andrew. Anyway, check this out. It's hilarious. So if you go to my shorts, guys, I just posted like 20 shorts. It was like 12 shorts today that I made. So if anybody is interested in some of the moments that I caught, go check them out. But let me see the one that I want to show you.
Oh, hey.
Hey.
My delivery is on the front porch, apparently.
Oh, nice.
Be right back. It's the air conditioner.
Oh. Anyway, this is the short that I'm talking about. Most of you were there when this happened. It was so good. I let my dog lick the plate, then I put it in the cupboard. Right? That's the thing to do, huh, John? That's the thing to do, guys. What should we talk about tomorrow? I don't have a topic yet, but I did bring one up. I was thinking about generosity, or there's another one that I thought of. Generosity would be good. Networking was another thought. Generosity or networking. Kim said going to college, but I don't think everybody's gone to college, so probably can't use that one. Great show today. Thanks, Andrew. Got to get my son later, so I'm not sure how long I'll stay, but I'll stay on a little while in the after show. If anybody's around.
I just had to bring that in. I don't trust my neighborhood.
Oh, sure.
We ordered a more efficient in-room AC because we've got one at each end of the house, and the one back there is very old, and you have to empty the catchment. This one is evaporative, and I don't have to empty anything.
Nice.
Because we've got triple digits coming in again, so.
Okay, check this out. There. This is probably a pretty good playlist. Here's a good playlist. I'm like, let me find this a good song right here, and then can you hear it at all? Or there's no music, but you can see me just like, oh yeah, I was loving it. It was like, this is good.
Really got into it.
It was like one of these old school
dim the
hits.
lights for the club effect.
I was heading over to the other lights to shut the other lights off. Oh yeah, and it was just like, I can't even remember the song. That was like the Temptations or something. It was like,
I mean, like you could dub anything over that now.
Yeah, I could. Now I'm snapping my fingers back in the other direction. Oh yeah, and then now I started singing. Finally started to sing. I was lip syncing at first.
Dun, dun,
I was
dun.
lip syncing, and then I did actually belt out a few tunes, and then I was like, oh my god, how embarrassing. What's the matter with you? There he comes out of nowhere. What's the matter with you? Oh man, good times. Yeah, all of you were there. Alice, Diane, Dawn. I'm sure you were all there. That was like one thing I said first, and then I finally say something else, and then somebody's like, "You're hogging all the tunes." Cullen said it. Why are you all laughing? Oh wait, that's when I'm realizing it. He's realizing it. Oh no.
Oh man.
Oh fuck. There it goes. There it goes. You guys totally missed it set in. Wonderful. It finally set
That's
in.
hilarious.
Incredible moment. I totally fucked it all up. It finally set in. It was so incredible that I'm the only one that got to experience it. You all had a different experience. Now I get to experience both. Upset or feel special because of it. You guys, the whole dance routine and everything, it was just amazing with the song that was playing. You would have had it. Maybe I have to redub that same song hogging the song over it. You guys could hear. So then you all can hear it.
I say experiment.
Yeah. Words just a minute ago when I just started singing it. I wasn't singing it all the way up. It was like a minute and a half. Oh man! Wow. Well, I commend you all for staying after that. They were just waiting for me to just like to see that living through that. Yeah. So
It was just in Chicago twice, but only the airport.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very fun. Very fun. Well, I don't know if you plan to hang out, Tala, but I'm going to switch it over to Rumble only. And
hang out for a
see
few
what we
minutes
can
at least.
get into, I guess. Find something going on. I got about a half an hour to kill, so I'm going to go let the dogs out once I play like a song. Maybe you got a song that you can.
Who let the dogs
blast
out?
us. Oh, you want to play that? You want me to play that? Don't tempt me.
It fits. Do it.
All right, we'll switch it back to this one.
But you gotta dance.
Oh, I mean, I don't know about that. Like, I just watched myself dance, and I feel like probably not a good idea now. All right. Hey, if you're watching on Facebook, come join us on Rumble. John Doe, I'm sure they'd appreciate hot dog water over here on Rumble too. So come and join us. There were some people watching on YouTube today, interestingly enough. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Central Time for people in the boxes. I'm not sure what the topic will be yet, but it's going to be a good time, so don't miss it. Stay right there, Rumble. We'll be right back. Remember, everybody's got to eat.